What is up, everybody? Alrighty. Yeah, I know, Canis can solo the challenge quest. I think a few other people can too. I haven't messed around with it that much, but yeah, as Rex was just saying, it's pretty funny. The boss and the first health bar has an anti-female gimmick, where females will do less damage. The second health bar has an anti-male gimmick where he will gain a 5-hit evade against males, and he can cast it multiple times. And then the last health bar has an anti-divinity gimmick where it gets a 5-hit invulnerability. I don't think that one can be recast though. But 5-hit invulnerability against things that have divinity. And then Kidu is not male or female, so the first two gimmicks don't do anything, and then he does not have divinity, so he does not care about the invulnerability. And the boss is divine, so he stuns them. So yeah, Kidu does kind of good there. I suspect, I haven't tried it, but I suspect he can't solo it just because he's single target, and that fight does have a large AoE focus, but he still is amazing for that fight, and if you summon a friend in Kidu, or you have your own, I think beating it will be incredibly easy. It's a fun challenge quest, though. I like it, because there are ways to trivialize it and make it laughably easy, but that's normally the case. But it's kind of a fun difficulty line, in my opinion, because it's hard enough that you have to try, and you can definitely fail if you mess up and whatnot, but it's flexible enough you can make a lot of styles of teamwork, which I like. Yeah, I say this like every stream, I turn my chat off when I make videos because they'll pop up in the video because I use OBS for it, so. Speaking of which, I know not a lot of people in my chat use Samsung DeX, but for anyone that does, has anyone else been having, like, I know Lost or Beastly uses it. I want to know if anyone else has been having, ever since the last update, I've been having a lot of problems with DeX, where, like, it has a lot of, like, artifacting. Like, if a lot happens on the screen at the same time, it, like, can't keep up. And there's a lot of like screen artifacting, and you can actually see that in my last video. I actually saved scum in my last video, but it wasn't to like change my decisions or anything like that. I saved scum to literally, I would do like Buster quick, and then the screen would artifact like crazy, and it would look awful. So then I would close the app, reset it, and do Buster quick again, and hopefully it won't artifact. It was awful, dude. It was so hard to make that video because of that, so I'm trying to figure out what's the deal. Okay, well, I kind of want to try Romulus and like regular 3-star Romulus. Before I used Hector, I was actually thinking about using him, but I ended up not because I was like, I don't think it's quite good enough, and I thought Hector was better, and I can really stand by that. I think Hector is better because the stun drain was really good. The biggest threat in that fight is the boar's NP, and so NP drain means less boar NP, which is really good. So I kind of, this man is a fraud indeed. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see Romulus actually doing very well in this challenge quest for like a budget option. Hector was great. Hector was no problem. I actually beat it first try with Hector. It was easy mode. But yeah, I don't know. I think Romulus is gonna have a bad time. Let me look at his skill ranks and maybe I can make those better. I don't know if it's worth it. Regular Romulus is not like awful or anything. It's just he's kind of comparable to Hector, but then Hector's. What's unique about Hector is better than what's unique about Romulus in this fight. And then Romulus has, does he have divinity? Because lore-wise, Romulus has divinity, but he can seal it at his will, right? So he doesn't have to have it if he doesn't want to. So I want to know if, how they handled that in FGO. Let's see here. They did not give him divinity, so fair enough. I'll take it. But yeah, technically he can do either one. He can have divinity or not have divinity. Alright, let me look at my skills here. In before, he takes hero proofs. Why do I have this stupid fucking feeling he's gonna take hero proofs? Like, just everything in this game, they just gotta prove that they're a hero. A lot. By the way, Carmela's Valentine's Day scene is the dumbest thing. It's like 7 seconds long. I was thinking about this today because a lot of the year 1 females, they put no effort into their Valentine's Day scenes, and they just start and end immediately. There's just nothing to them because year 1 FGO was kind of a shit show. But Imagine you got into FGO 6 months ago, right? Imagine you got into FGO 6 months ago. And so you don't even really know what servants added in what order, because Carmella, for example, has had an animation update. So she's, and her gameplay is really strong and everything, so there's nothing about her that would make you think, oh, this is a really old, out-of-date character, right? Her animations are fine. So you're like, oh, Carmella's my favorite character and it's Valentine's Day. And then here's the kicker. Imagine somebody uses that special chocolate thing where you get the bonus and they get the extra damage and you get their Valentine's Day scene immediately and all that. And you picked Carmella, and then it's like this 2-second throwaway scene. And it's like that for anyone that happens to like any of the year 1 females, because they're all really bad. Alright, where's Romulus here? The fact that I'm not seeing him tells me I don't have the mats that he needs. Oh no, there he is. Well, I can't use Lancer gyms right now. That just doesn't make any sense. I don't think he's gonna work very well at 555, because it's not even about the effect, the power of the effect, it's the cooldown. Like, if we could recast this on a 5-turn cooldown, that's a lot of survivability to not really, he won't really need help from his teammates to stay alive until the ending part. But yeah, this is why I didn't use him for the video. I didn't even try, because I know this game, and looking at this on paper, I'm like, Hector is just a million times better. Like, I can't think of a single thing. Here, I gotta change the volume a little bit. But I cannot think of a single thing in Romulus's favor here compared to Hector. Like, it's just worse at like everything, unless I'm forgetting something, but yeah, I think he's gonna do pretty bad. Does anybody have, I wanna try, before I change anything, I want to try basically the same setup I used with Hector, because that's such a good way to one compare, because to get the same out of the supports and everything. So I want to see if it would work or not. I may have to log into my ult though, unless someone else that can log in has Chin Gong, right? Because I just want to do the exact same setup. But I need Chin Gong, so I'm going to do double Chin. Wait, did I not keep the team? I guess I didn't keep the team. Fuck. Well, let's see if I can remember what it was. Let's see, I know it was double Chin, that's easy. That is not Chin Gong, that is worse Chin Gong, feels bad. Remember when Shakespeare was like actually used in budget teams? I mean, I guess he still is, but it's only with Poster Girl, and that says more about Poster Girl than it does about Shakespeare. And the only reason he's used with Poster Girl is because he has a self-invulnerability skill. That's like the whole reason. So yeah, they should probably buff him. The problem is, if they buff him, that makes him with Poster Girl even better, right? That's kind of the issue there. Okay, what was it? Let's see. I think it was Hans, and then it was... How did I already forget my team? I know it was Hans next. So it's after Chin Gong #1 dies to the other Chin Gong, you bring in Hans, and Chin Gong taunts himself, he dies to the NP. Oh, it was a VC Braun. Which was funny because the way I used a VC Braun was kind of irrelevant, but the reason I brought him was because he's one of the only low stars that can get so much battery to himself that if you don't have a 50% starting in PCE, it still works. But then I ended up using him with a 50% starting in PCE, so it didn't really matter. You could totally give him the anti-berserker CE if you had it though. I didn't use it just because I figured to make it maybe more budget than that, but because his battery is so strong, you could do this, and then he's going to do really big damage to the berserker ads, which is what you care about. But we'll use the same setup here just to be fair. Okay, I guess we do this. Well, the issue with Shakespeare is, lore-wise, self-preservation, obviously should only affect himself. It's in the name, right? That's the whole point of it, so... But there's all kinds of ways you could buff him. What did I give to... I think I gave him Pierce Invulnerability. Even though he doesn't need it, you can easily just wait a turn or two and get through the invulnerability, but there's really no reason to not use Pierce Invulnerability, because There's quite a few Piercing Vulnerability CEs these days. And like, the one I used this one because anybody can get this from the Rare Prism shop. And you don't need it to be limit broken, you could just buy one copy of it. But you know, this was a free one, this was a free one, but it's old. And then you can get this one from the Gasha just randomly, and get this one from the Gasha just randomly. I have a lot of Origin bullets. Why can't that be K-Scope? See, look at this shit, right? Like, it's the odds of getting Origin bullet are the same odds of getting K-Scope, right? And Kairo's over there with his double MLB K-Scope thinking he's so fucking fancy, right? And I've been playing longer, and I'm pretty far off from getting double MLB K-Scope. But Origin bullet, I've already got 2 limit broken, and I got 1 half limit broken, and then 2 more so I can make it limit broken. So I can have 3 limit broken Origin bullets, and then have 2 extra ones. Like, what is that, dude? Anyway, yeah, that's probably the 5-star CE I've gotten the most, I would imagine. It's kind of nice, though, that Piercing Vulnerability is not that rare of an effect. It's pretty helpful sometimes. Fuck casters, indeed. Okay, this is the exact same setup, except it is Romulus instead of Hector, and I predict this is going to not do so good. By the way, because of the artifacting problems I was having, I actually beat that stage with that Hector setup like 4 times, and it never failed. It worked every time, super easy, no problem. Also, the first time I did it, I had no command codes on Ku, and then I literally redid it because I didn't want my Ku in a video without command codes, because, you know, gotta represent, man. But yeah, I beat that stage with that Hector setup a bunch, and it's easy, like super reliable, no problem. And then I really do think Romulus is just gonna make it all go to shit. I think this still might work, because if you get lucky, Ku can get more value than you might expect coming out of this setup. But it kind of depends on how like a VC Brawn does and everything. Okay, so... Space tank at the start here. Do I use Romulus's battery? I want to NP quickly. I don't think so. I think we use it for the next one. Like after our first NP, then we use it. I think that's the way to go. I'm attacking the wrong enemy! What am I doing right now? By the way, with this kind of setup, you do not want to break her first health bar. You actually want to wait, or his technically. You want to wait a while, because when it's only a single target NP, it's not threatening, and their damage output is pathetic, right? So keeping them in that form is no problem, because they just do no damage at all. That was definitely a mistake, though, because yeah, if you do damage to her when you're not doing damage to the pigs, but then worse, I'm actually going to restart because of that. That's so bad. Like, you're not doing damage to a pig, which you might need to kill it in time, and then you're making it more likely for you to break the health bar. So, hey Arjuno. Anybody got a Chin Gong? So I'd like to not log into my ult, but I'm probably going to have to in a second here. I'm actually amazed I can summon myself right now. Okay, let's see. I wonder if he gets more NP. Yeah, I think he probably does get more NP gain this way. Hard to say though, because his hit counts are just so low that like if your buster hit count is 2, then this is easily better. So when it's not, what's his extra attack? That's probably what, only 3? Oh god, that probably wasn't worth it. His fucking extra attack is only 3 hit, man. That is not great. Hey, Shadow! Thank you for the resub, man, for 3 months. This might look weird, but you really do want to make sure you get NP on your chins, so... Yeah, I hope they buff Romulus again. I mean, he's okay. It's just... he's pretty behind a lot of the other comparable stuff. Like, this setup, like I said, is easy with Hector. Easy. It's not even remotely, like, very reliable setup. But I think with Romulus, it's just going to be super crap. Because I think Hector is better than Romulus anyway, and then Hector's... what's unique about Hector is actually really relevant in this fight, and then everything that's unique about Romulus is, I don't think, is even remotely relevant in this fight. I think I actually need to use Romulus's first skill. It's taking him forever to fucking NP here. Now, I could evade now on Romulus, and then it would come back by the time I would need it later. But, and that's good because you get hit and you get NP gain, but she has a chance to NP drain, so I think we just taunt the front Shin-Gong. If his shield was gone, though, I would taunt the back one, but, oh, I messed up! Fuck, I misplayed. That's a pretty... I have to reset. That's a huge mistake. I taunted with the wrong Shin-Gong at the beginning. That's a huge mistake with the setup, because what you have to do is you have to... That Shin-Gong taunts again later for the second NP. I'm gonna have to log on my ult account. Hold on! How the fuck do you minimize in Samsung Dex? I know how to close the app. I don't know how to minimize. I guess you just have to hover down at the bottom and hope it brings up the toolbar, which it's not doing. Oh, I swear, I really liked Samsung Dex when I first started using it, but there's a lot of problems with it, and these last few patches for it have made it kind of bad, so I'm starting to hate it. Hover at the top? That's so random. Like, I'm literally doing that right now, and it's not working. I've noticed is to get the low bar or the high bar to appear, it's like random. Like, you literally can do what you're supposed to do, and God. That is so... Hello? I'm just... God. Anyway, really? I can't just... fucking Christ, dude. Okay, I'm just, I'm gonna have to close it. This is just retarded. I just want to minimize the app, and it's like, nope, gotta reset it. And I forgot that Samsung Dex, like, doesn't work at all with, Samsung secure folder, so getting into my ult account wouldn't work that way anyway. I have to like punch my monitor, trying to do like incredibly simple tasks, and they make it like impossible. It just pisses me off because I don't know what Samsung's deal is. It doesn't make any sense. First they made side sync, and then they instantly stopped supporting it and made flow, and then they instantly stopped supporting that, and then they made Dex. And it's like, what are you doing? And then like each version that they make does a few things right and a few other things wrong. So it's like, can we, for the love of God, can we, you know, just take the good things from, you know, each version and put them all in the same place? But nope, that's asking for too much apparently. Because like Flow still doesn't have like the artifacting problem or like the delay, because Flow just mirrors your screen to your computer, where Dex uses your computer as the display device. And because of that, there's like a delay because of like having to use a USB port or HDMI, whatever you hook it up, having to like translate the signal back and forth, and it means there's a delay, where Flow doesn't have that. And I suspect that's why Dex has like the artifacting problem. I'm assuming that's the reason for it, and Flow doesn't. Hey, Sticky, thank you for the, or Stinky, thank you for the 6-month sub. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. The reason I messed up was you should taunt with the back Shin-Gong first, because the front Shin-Gong is going to die, and you won't be able to taunt later, and you need to be able to taunt a second time to the next MP. And the only Qingong who can like go around the wheel is the back one, because that's the one that's not going to die. So, because you're Qingonging the front Qingong, so. And the whole reason you taunt here is to give your middle unit NP gain. It also means that the shields on Qingong don't get pinged off for a turn at least, which is good for the first NP. And we got an Arc Chain, although when I think about it, it's actually kind of dumb we didn't get an Arc Chain before. Even though Romulus only has one Art card, the two Qingongs have 3. So whenever you happen to get Romulus's Art card, which, you know, it's going to be within the first 3 turns, you're probably, it's theoretically is pretty likely to be with other Art cards, but just happened to not work out that way before. I could NP right now, I'd lose my battery. If I don't NP right now, I can probably NP next turn. That's probably fine. And then I can do the 20, I can get 40 battery off with the Qingongs and everything else. I like how he missed every buff. That was great. I'm not familiar with Romulus's NP gain, so we'll see what he gets here. Not quite! That's not good. There we go. Thanks, pigs. I guess I use my guts to just get the bust. Wait, hold on. So she has her male defense up. That's good, because I don't want to hit her super hard here, but I want to one-shot the pigs. See, Romulus does not have an upgraded MP like Hector does, so I guess we'll do this. I should have done Qinggong's art card, NP, and Romulus's quick card, because Qinggong needs NP game as well. Yeah, I probably should give him the buff success chance up command code for this. So I gave Hector some basic command codes. Man, Romulus is not good for this at all. Because, like, here's the thing: if like the turns don't sync up with Qinggong well on Hector, you can use the MP drain. And if it is syncing up where you need Qinggong to die sooner, then you don't use it. But I mean, Romulus doesn't do anything. I don't see. I hate to be a downer here. I don't see. This is why I didn't use him in the video. I don't see a single good thing about Romulus in this fight. Okay, so we just face tank this here. Like, now maybe the setup is strong enough that you don't need the Lancer to do fucking anything and it'll work anyway, but I doubt it. Yeah, he feels like a completely generic AoE, but Hector was stronger AoE anyway, so I just can't think of any reason why you would use Romulus instead of Hector here. Which is funny, I had a bunch of comments of like, why would you use Hector instead of Romulus? It's because Hector's way better. Like, how can you not see in that video that Hector's getting a lot of value out of his drain and stuff? Like, I don't understand. And his damage cut even stacks with their damage cut, right? Like, they're very good synergy. Okay, these still have invulnerability, so I don't know if I actually want to use the damage cut yet, although Romulus is pretty beat up already. At least do that. No, I'll use them both. How does this keep happening? I have 6 art cards to go along with the 1 art card for Romulus, and every time they get all of their art cards without Romulus, except for that one time at the beginning there, but that's been happening a lot. Like, obviously Hector didn't do half as good as, like, you know, a higher rarity Lancer would do. You know, almost any higher rarity AoE Lancer. But for a low star, he did quite well. I was like, yeah, this is really good. But yeah, Romulus, I'm not seeing it here. Do I go ahead and yeet Chin Gong? I think I wait like one turn. Because if they happen to hit Chin Gong this turn, it's fine. And I don't think I need Hans yet. Please get your NP for the love of God. Oh lord, that NP gain. This would be an excellent turn to NP though, because and they didn't attack worth a damn. Okay, well that sucks. Yikes. I don't want to Qingong NP here. It's not a good time for it. Well, too bad. Yeah, I have talked about this before. Some old servants you cannot buff the hit count on because they would just become broken because their gain rate is so high. Romulus is not one of those. I think his art card might be too strong if he made that 3-hit, but I think making his quick 3-hit would be totally fair. And he has 2 quick cards anyway, so that works out pretty well for him. Now, what I did on Hector, and this worked out very reliably with the way the team worked, is Qingong's NP would get the boss low enough that they would evade. And so when you did the Hector NP here, it would hit the evade and you wouldn't break. That didn't quite work out here. I think we needed to do like, I mean, literally like 1,000 more damage or something, 2,000 more damage. It looks like, I think it's at like 51% right now, and it needs to be 50%. So, that's kind of annoying. But for example, if Hector wasn't ready to NP right after Chin, you could drain. So you didn't have to taunt on Chin for a while. You could like, oh, I can wait a turn. But if Hector was ready to NP right after Chin, then you just don't drain. And then you could save the drain for when it goes boar form. Okay, the question is, do I guess, because Romulus's damage is probably not going to be that amazing, I think I have to use Hans' NP first. I was thinking about using it after, so I do less damage to Artemis. But I don't think it'll work if I do that. I can make sure I at least kill one of them. Go for the 94. KO1. Yeah, they've done a few under the hood buffs for gain rate and stuff. They did it for Ryder Mordred, but a lot of people suspect that was like a bug fix. A lot of people, it's hard, there's no way to know, and they didn't, I don't think they said. But when she was released, her gain rate was so bad, it literally feels like they typed the wrong number into the computer, right, and was missing a digit. Because she basically couldn't do anything. Like I remember her gain rate was like impossible. And they just hot fixed it and they just made it better. No interlude required, it just became better. Also, are you fucking kidding me? He didn't kill any of them. Oh god. At least he didn't break the health bar of the boss. Imagine a VC Braun getting to just NP right now. Wouldn't that be swell? Oh, this is bad. Oh fuck, I need a VC Brawn not to do... Fuck, this is really bad. Because I need to not target switch, but I don't think there's a way to not target switch here. Yeah, there's no way to not target switch. I'm gonna have to target switch here. Well... And see, again with Hector, you could, after the boss, if you broke there, I'm actually glad he didn't crit. That actually helps me. But yeah, if you broke the board came out, then you could drain it, so it would take even longer for it to get to its NP. Actually, breaking there, now that I think about it, would not have been that bad. That would not have been that bad. This is awful though. Right now, in all these turns, I should be damaging these boars, so they'll die to a VC Bronze NP. But I'm wasting so much time doing something that we should have already done, and I wonder if we can get Romulus's NP again in time. I tell you what though, if Romulus was 10-10-10, it would be a lot better. Because he could... I think he could use his first skill again by now. Well, at least he can anyway, so that's good. Okay, hold on. What's the plan then? I think we need Romulus to NP once we break the health bar. Oh, this sucks, man. The boar's gonna blast us in, like, immediately here. VC Brawn, can you just, like, high roll like a champ? Can you do that? That would be swell. Imagine Shiki's theme playing for Adam in like an actual anime. I got it. You just have you just have Shiki like riding Adam, right? And they're fighting some bitch, right? Imagine Romulus getting to hit the last boar with his NP right now. Now, I can save somebody if I want to. Oh, fuck. Okay, so there's an interesting interaction here. The boar's NP removes all of your buffs. But if the boar's NP kills you, it cannot target you to remove your buffs. So if it kills a VC Brawn with its NP, a VC Brawn's third skill still goes off, but it'll go off after the NP, so it'll still land the invulnerability on the teammates and stuff. But it's not going to have any targets to hit. Now it could, if I give the evade to Romulus, then a VC Brawn's third skill will go off and give him invulnerability and then heal him, and then Romulus can heal himself, and so on and so forth. But he's not worth it. Like, Romulus isn't good enough of a unit to do that. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Why do you think Romulus... Let's go through the logic here. Why do you think Romulus having guts would be useful in any way? What do you think's going to happen if you use Romulus's guts here? Let's do the play-by-play. What do you think's going to happen? Because it's not going to work. Spoilers. Because as I just described, the boss removes buffs, and so you won't have guts anymore. Which actually I can show, because we're going to use Romulus's guts just for the buster up. Like, fuck the gut skill, but this won't really do anything, but I could actually face tank it if I used the heal with Romulus. Is there any reason to do that? Let me think. See, the ideal situation would be Hans would be dead, and then Ku would be here, and then you could give Ku the invulnerability. But I think our invulnerability is either... It might hit Romulus, because he might actually face tank this. But then, it's not really good. I don't think Romulus living here is actually a good thing. At that point, you're better off with just Ku having the deck and, you know, fuck it. Do I give Romulus the attack buff? If the other boar was here, yes. If the other boar was here, that would allow him to kill like the other boar. But because we didn't do 9,000 damage to the one boar, I don't really need the attack buff on Ku, though. If my Ku was level 70, if I was using a level 70 Ku, you would definitely want to save the attack buff for him. But because he's not 70, he doesn't really need it. But it doesn't really do anything here. I mean, I could give it to Romulus and do BBB, but I don't think that... It's probably not going to result in you breaking the 200k health bar any faster than you would have, I would think. I mean, maybe it does. Fuck it, we'll try it. I really don't think this is a good idea, but let's see if Romulus can be the guy. Other Romulus won't get the buff removal because other Romulus doesn't have it. Wow. Really? Jesus. Okay. I guess we had 3 of a kind bonus and all that nonsense, but damn. I mean, I guess that works, I think. I mean, it's still worse than the Hector setup, so if I remember correctly, the Hector setup was basically this exact same thing, except that boar right there was almost dead, where now it's, like, totally fine. Still, though, I am surprised that, went that well. I'm gonna be pissed if we lose, though, because of this boar being at full health. Do I just normal card it down? I don't want to waste my heal right now, but I think I kind of have to. I don't have command codes! God damn it, it's just like the first video I made. I don't think he needs them, it's just pride, man. By the way, with command codes, maybe could have done that 14k. Not that likely, but, I guess I'd do that. I should... Well, no, I probably should do an art quick. The heal boost thing's not that important. Yeah, we've won. Even though the boss removes buffs, it doesn't matter, because you can still... It's after damage, so you still face tank it, so... And, like, who's not even close to dying, because we have the heal boost, and we have his heal, and this heal, and that evade... And then for normal card damage after the NP, you have Guts, and then our evade is back. Like, it's not even... It's not even close. The question is, do I use my first skill? Nah, no, it's not. We won't kill here. Because we would if I had saved that attack up, but honestly, that was kind of cool having Romulus do that much damage with the 3-of-a-kind bonus Buster Chain nonsense. I'll say this, Romulus, I mean, he worked. It's all, I mean, he won, right? I mean, it worked. It's just, I do think that was inferior to Hector in just about every way. Now, it would have kept up better, though, if he was 10-10-10, or even just, like, you know, 6-10-6 or whatever. Yeah, the only thing you care about here is you want to make sure you have enough health to not die to his normal attacks after the NP, but that's pretty easy to accomplish here. That's why I gave him the heal command code, though, is just to be safe. It ended up not mattering, but it's like extra insurance. I did not watch the Nintendo Direct, but I am aware that they announced Ninja Gaiden for Switch, PC, and PlayStation and all that, which I'm very happy about. I am unhappy, and by the way, Ku's a really good unit. I like how he's not even close to dying right now. You might think he is because of the buff removal, but he absolutely is not. He's not even near dying. Anyway, I predicted, you know, I'm a huge Ninja Gaiden fan, right, of the original Ninja Gaiden games, and I predicted that if they ever got off their asses to remastering it, or putting it on PS5 or PC or whatever, that they would pick Sigma instead of Black, even though the community overwhelmingly prefers Black. It's not even close. I mean, overwhelmingly the community prefers Ninja Gaiden Black. But I pretty much always knew that they would go with Sigma because, first off, out of the box, its graphics are better. So it's more palatable for like a mainstream curb appeal, which is something you're really going to care about if you're trying to bring it to a new audience and stuff, is the curb appeal, not so much the under the hood mechanical stuff. And then the other thing is because Ninja Gaiden Black was made by, what's his name, Hidekaki or something? I can't remember his name. But he had a big falling out with the company, and they like hate each other. And then the company after he left made Sigma. And so, of course they're going to go with Sigma, right? Because they had a horrible falling out with that guy. They're not going to want to use like his brainchild. And then again, Sigma has the greater curb appeal. Now, thankfully, Sigma is still a really good game. As much as I really do prefer Ninja Gaiden Black, I think it is definitely the better game. And for the definitive version of the game, because let's be real, because it's on PC, it's going to be way easier to play in the future, and you can just jump on and play it. Especially for me, if I want to play console, I have to like hook it up to my monitor, and like setting it up to stream is a lot harder and stuff. But if it's on PC, it's a couple of clicks away, and it's no problem. So I'm going to play this PC version of it the most, but in the long run, no question. So I wish it was Black instead of Sigma. But Sigma is not a bad game. It's a lot of the core game is still the same. And there's a few things that I actually like about Sigma. There's a few changes I think are good. And for those who don't know, the reason most people prefer Black over Sigma is so Sigma they removed a lot of the puzzles and like the world stuff. They removed a lot of that from the game. They just completely ripped it out. And then they twinked some of the AI on some of the enemies, so some of them are like dumber. And then they changed some enemy placements here and there, and most people just don't like the new enemy placements as much. They're normally not like as well handcrafted. And then the big thing is they added in like some new bosses. You might say, oh, that's good, new bosses. They are terrible. Like all the bosses they added in, you can tell are not made by the people that created the game, right? The people that made the original game engine and everything. They're like their game design is so out of place, like mechanically with the rest of the game. They're not great. They're really not great. Yeah, there's a lot of wonk in Sigma that's annoying, but there's some good things. They added a new weapon that's actually pretty cool. They let you unlock higher difficulties in kind of a neat way. Basically, there's a boss early in the game you're supposed to lose to, but if you beat it, you can unlock higher difficulties sooner and stuff. That's cool. So there's good things about Sigma. That's true. Zal, you're probably not. We'll see. Well, it depends on how moddable the game is. Some games are just unbelievably hard to mod, and there's not enough like hard. Here's an example: Dark Souls 1 is extremely difficult to mod, and there's no mod tools for it or anything. It's very difficult to mod. But Dark Souls is such a hit. It is such a cult classic, and so many people are obsessed with it that people have figured out how to basically do anything with Dark Souls in terms of modding, just because it has such a following. Now, Ninja Gaiden will probably be easier to mod than that, but not necessarily going to be easy to mod. But it's probably not going to have half the hardcore following, so it's hard to say if it's really going to have any mods or not. But I do hope it gets mods, because yeah, mods could fix pretty much all the problems with Sigma. So yeah, hopefully we see some mods. But I'm excited regardless, because I love Ninja Gaiden, and being able to play it on PC is great. And we'll get, it comes with Ninja Gaiden 2 as well, and Ninja Gaiden 3. And Ninja Gaiden 3 is kind of a shit show, but there are some cool things about it too, so. There's something wrong with every Ninja Gaiden game. Like Ninja Gaiden 2, it's pretty good. It's pretty similar to 1. It's a little bit more flashy and that kind of thing, but it's still a pretty hardcore hack and slash game. It's still pretty rewarding to play. But like the Sigma version removed the blood from the game for some reason and they replaced it with purple mist, which is just weird. And this always blows my mind. This is really what gets Sigma for me. This is Sigma 2, excuse me. So they added in Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, they added 3 new playable characters. Oh, that's cool. You're like, oh, what's so bad about that? Well, they're only playable in 1 level each for some reason. I don't know why, but they're only playable in 1 level each. And then they added, this is so stupid. They added a new game mode where you can play as all of the characters whenever you want. And they say, oh, that's fine, just play the new game mode. The new game mode is the dumbest thing. It's a great idea. So it's like a challenge mode, right? You fight these challenges where you fight waves of enemies, or you fight 2 bosses at the same time, or what have you. Oh, that sounds fun. The problem is, it is designed for co-op. And I don't know how it'll be on PC, but on the older versions of the game, you would not really find anyone that you could co-op with. and the servers were terrible, the matchmaking was horrible, so it was laggy, and you can play, and here's the thing, you can play without co-op, but it will force you to play with an AI teammate that is a moron, and I mean a moron, and if the AI dies, you lose. So never mind that the challenge itself is balanced around there being 2 of you. If the idiot teammate of yours dies, you just lose the whole thing. So you might be, because like a lot of them you fight 2 bosses at the same time. That's pretty ridiculous to do it by yourself. But imagine doing it by yourself and you have what's the Resident Evil 4 was Ashley, I think? The escort quest, right? Throughout the whole game where she's useless and if she dies you lose, right? Basically that, but a Ninja Gaiden against harder bosses than you should ever have to fight. Not great, really not great, and that's the only place you can play the new characters. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, literally, what the fuck? And then Ninja Gaiden 3 was like, okay, we'll let you play all the new characters in the story as well, right? You can just play them anywhere, right? And like, oh, okay, that's better. Except Ninja Gaiden 3 is just a way worse game, and it's like, you know, it's way less skillful, it's a lot more mashy, it's more about fighting a lot of enemies at once, and each enemy is way stupider and meaningless, but there's like, you're going to get hit because there's so many enemies from time. It's just, 3 it's got problems. I will give this to Ninja Gaiden 3. It has really cool combos. It has like almost a fighting game level of combos you can pull off, and that can be very fun. But there's way less enemies. The enemies are not well made. It's very repetitive. It's a lot more button mashy, with you're just killing waves and waves of the same enemy over and over and stuff. Like, there's so much wrong in 3. But yeah, maybe someone will mod Ninja Gaiden 2, so that game mode is not awful. Okay, what do y'all want to see now? We just did it with Romulus with a totally, you know, budgety setup there. What do we want? We can do non-budget stuff. We could do, we could get disgusting with Fionn or something. We could use other Romulus. Yeah, there's always Canis. She can solo this, by the way. Although I'd kind of like to try this with her not soloing it. I always like seeing how she performs in a team. I've not tried Canis here, so that might be fun. Other Romulus would be really good. Vertra, there we go. Vertra could be fun. We'll definitely do that here. Rice Man, yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, actually, you could probably make Rice Man work if you busted out like Merlin and that kind of thing. Because you really only need him to kill the boars, so, and I think they're demonic, so. Oh, Nukehead, that's not bad. Does Protoku work versus the big boar? He could, but the team would have to do better. The team would have to do better. Obviously, I don't know if he gets his beast damage or not because it's a mecha boar, so he might not. But even if he doesn't, he's good enough of a unit that he could finish it off like Ku did. But Ku is better in every way. Ku is just way better as a cleanup unit. Like Ku can do so much there because like, Ku wasn't even close to running out of gas there. So Protoku would rely on the team getting more done, even if his beast damage works, which I don't know if it does or not. Oh yeah, Panda Lancer. That could be fun because the gimmick. This really could be her time, because the enemy critting is good for her, and the enemy starts critting a lot. So for her, you would want to. Okay, we'll definitely do a Panda Lancer setup here at some point. The thing is, you're gonna want. Someone else has to be the damage. She's not gonna do damage at all, and you're gonna want to break the health bar as fast as possible. Right? Because you want the boss to be AoE and critting as soon as possible. The problem is the buff removal. If she could work with other female Lancers, that would be great, but then they're going to struggle at the start. Because female Lancers won't get their buffs removed. Wait, she has buff removal resistance, but isn't it just for herself? Because it won't help her. Her buffs wouldn't be removed anyway. Hold on a minute. I'm pretty sure her buff removal resistance is only for herself. That's so useless here. She's the one person who their buffs won't be removed on anyway, and then she's the one person that can be immune to buff removal. Like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, grant self debuff immunity for 3 turns. Damn it. That's almost amazing, but because he doesn't remove female buffs, it won't really matter. Canis and Panda Lancer? Maybe we could make that work. Doesn't Canis... she doesn't get affected by the first stage gimmick, I don't think. Well, yeah, but I mean, that's a 5-star Rex, like, you know. Alright, what do we summon then? If we're gonna use... Let me look at my Panda Lancer. I don't even know what her, I don't know what her skill ranks are for me. Let me see. Because, you know, Lancer's skill gems... What am I looking at? Where's my skill tab? There we go. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to level my Virtua skills at some point. Why do I get all of the Lancers? And then why do I like so many Lancers? You know, Proto Ku and Theon, fucking, like, god, like, just so many Lancers. I farm. You have no idea how much I farm Lancer gems. It is so fucking stupid. I have like 1,000,000 Lancers at 10, 10, 10, right? And then it's just never enough, dude. It's never fucking enough. God. Yeah, I haven't even leveled Karnas yet because of that. Because not only does he need Lancer gems, he needs hero proofs and bones and... Like, what the fuck, man? He's got like, he's over here with like the best actually the best animations in the game in my opinion, and then, okay. Well, at least one of her skills is 10. What does she take? Oh god, I don't wanna. Let's see, she doesn't really even need this skill to be upgraded for this fight, because again, the boss can't remove her buffs anyway. I mean, I guess the Star Absorb is nice, and for real, putting the Star Absorb on a low cooldown if you have some kind of crit thing going on is nice, but, now, her third skill is pretty important because it's the battery. Oh god. Oh god. I think this is the last rank that actually takes the skill gems, though. Why do you have to be like this? Okay, these mats are nothing. That's no problem. I guess we'll use the lore. I've been wanting to make videos with her at some point anyway, so might as well. If I upgrade, okay, I'll just to 1 rank to get the cooldown down, but not the next one. Okay, let's see. So, how budget do we want this team to be? I want it to be a kind of budget. I don't want to be throwing in like waiver and shit. That kills the fun, man. You don't have to. The units don't have to shine if you go that ham. So, yeah, we'll make it still a bit budget here. Who do we want? How do we want the command codes to be? Okay, so, by the way, I totally tried Canis with Yang CE, and that worked rather well, surprise, surprise. But that's why she has a burn man code on there. Guys, can you imagine that Canis with the Yang CE could solo this? Who would have thought? It was pretty easy, to be honest, because she was killing the boars really fast, because in a solo you're imping a lot. And then when the boss gets invulnerability, it doesn't matter, and then you're just doing massive bonus damage. It was pretty silly, so. Actually, I don't know if the invulnerability even works on. No, yeah, it does. She's the Poseidon thing counts as divinity. What the hell do I give her? I guess this is fine. Yeah, it's like Goddess Core and all that kind of stuff works as divinity. The game counts it as divinity. And what's hers called? It's like Sea God's Core or Blessing or some crap. So I saw in Canis's Valentine's Day scene, you can say, "Oh, Canis wouldn't punch someone in the face for no reason," and then Canis responds with, "I would." Like I absolutely would. You see God's essence. Okay, that's what it is. Go with the crit one. Is the boar divine when he goes boar mode? Because if it is, you could do that one. This would only work on the first part. I want something that works even if I don't crit. I'm not sure we're gonna have much crit going on in this setup, which probably makes Canis a lot worse. Like, Canis works really well when she's the only DPS. I'm not sure she'll be that great when there's 2 DPS. That might be awkward. I guess we'll do this one and see if we can somehow crit at some point. Why do I have hiccups now? Okay. Oh yeah, I should give command codes to the other one. Let's see here. What do we go with? I feel like whatever I should go with would be things that I would need to take off other units, which I'm very lazy and I don't want to do that. It's like the command code UI is really bad or something. This is so low impact on her. Like, heal the team for 200, oh man, but I can't be bothered to give her like good stuff here. Give her some extra Stargen, I guess. I mean, honestly, that heal 200 one can be nice, but you generally want to put it on someone that you're not looking for them to do good damage or anything like that. You put it on like David or Hans or something like that, because it can add up, sure, especially if there are other healing effects or damage mitigation effects in play. Every bit adds up, right? So it's not like it's a bad command code, but it's pretty bad on her, in my opinion here. Like, it doesn't really do a lot. It does something, and that's better than nothing, I figure. Like, nothing I'm giving her right now is really that good. Maybe I should just give her Star Absorb on Art Card, but that would kind of fight with Canis, so that's why I'm skeptical this combo is going to work. Giving her the heal would be good, but then I'd have to take her off Ku, and then that takes time. Okay, fine. Fucking... I'm gonna try to not use Ku in this fight, because if we bring Ku, we know we're gonna win, and I would rather not have it be that safe. What's the question about Rice Man? Rice Man's really good. Like, he's like the best low star AoE archer, I would say. Or unless you need, you know, like straight burst, then it's a Rosh. But a lot of budget setups don't really want to use a Rosh. I don't use him that often, if you notice in my videos, because on a budget setup, a Rosh means you have 5 units instead of 6, and that's actually kind of bad. Normally, the amount of damage he does is rarely worth it on a budget team. Or on like a more whale team, you normally only need 3 units. It's your DPS and your 2 supports, and maybe switching in another support. So if you have like a free Arash, you just kill the first wave or whatever, it's fine. You probably weren't going to use the other slot anyway. But that's so not the case with more budgety stuff. I should probably give her the 10% battery instead of Canis, but again, I'm too lazy, so... Because getting her MP off a lot here is going to be very good. I feel like if you were really trying to commit to this, you would probably have like the whole team be set around supporting her and just getting her MP off constantly, because she can probably make the team immortal. Because seriously, if she's able to do a lot, if she's like the team's focusing on her and you're NPing a lot, the boss won't even do bonus crit damage. It won't. That's how she works. And then, but it'll still crit all the time, and it'll heal the entire team every time it crits. Like, I'm pretty sure you could live forever if you set her up properly. But working with another DPS, I don't know if that'll work. Alright, well, you have to summon something. Fuck. Let me see what kind of team I want to make, and then I'll think about support. I hate the support system, by the way. I wish I could just not have a support. Canis is gonna be so weird with her, dude. This is such a weird combo. Like, they're gonna step on each other's toes a whole lot. Okay, let's see. What would be the game plan? You want Canis to NP pretty often to just kill the boars. And you'll break the bar naturally that way. if their first NP that comes up isn't the Boars, how do you want to deal with that? I mean, you can start with Qin Gong, but he doesn't really support anyone but Canis. I really wish Qin Gong's third skill worked on Canis because she has Madness Enhancement. I wish it worked on things that have Madness Enhancement instead of Berserker, but oh well. Although it's not like Canis needs stronger support, to be honest. Like, Canis with Qin Gong super buff would be kind of wild. There's Hans. I don't want the first NP to kill somebody that I don't like. I don't want it to kill someone at random, right? I need to be able to control. Although they could probably both faith tank it. Yeah, Protection of Faith. Just block the NP for me. That sounds like some Nero crap. Anyway, they both have guts and everything in counter class. By the way, there was one time when I was messing around with what I was going to do for the challenge quest where Qin Gong face tanked the NP because I just had so much damage cut and defense up. It was pretty funny. And I was like, man, if you... Then that's actually made me think to use Hector. Like, you could use Hector and have it hit Hector, and then he really will be able to face tank it because he's counterclassing. Unfortunately, that didn't... I ended up not going that approach because it didn't matter, but... I might actually use Qin Gong just because I need a taunt, and I guess I could use Leonidas. There is no synergy there at all, and then it's gonna take forever for anyone to get their NP. But I mean, he'll be tanky at least. Is there anything good about? I'm gonna do it. I don't know why I'm doing it, but I'm gonna do it. I think Qin Gong is better though, like definitely. But Leonidas is cool, man. But we'll try to get Leonidas to just like NP all the time. I'm gonna give him fucking K-scope. I don't even care. This isn't for a video. I don't even care. We K-scope. NP turn 1. It's great. Probably irrelevant though because you'd probably taunt with his skill first. I mean, I could do it after. It's fine. Yeah, that was... I can't remember what that was for, Rex, but there was a reason. There was a time that I used him, and there was a dot in the fight, and I was like, you know, I just kind of want to make sure he gets rid of that dot. I think it might have been the... I think it might have been the challenge quest in Little Big Tengu or something. Okay, now once that gets replaced, we're probably only going to have one Artemis NP, I would think. So maybe... Now, their buffs aren't going to get removed, so we could get a lot of value out of a VC Brawn. We could get a lot of value out of Hans. Maybe Hans into a VC Brawn. Because, yeah, VC Brawn, it can support them a lot better. So I guess the idea is for no other... We don't want any other, like, damage Lancers, I guess. Is this too similar to the other team? I feel like this is too similar to the other team. Well, I mean, it's pretty different though without Qin Gong. A VC Brawn's good, man. When the enemy's AoE, it's really easy for a VC Brawn to do well. Alright, we'll mix it up though. We'll give him the fun stuff. We'll do that. There we go. Alright, what's the support, chat? What do we summon from the support system? It's gotta be something. We can make it a support. You know, we could put them here instead of Hans. It's gotta be Phantom. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Not any of my servants, just me. I just put Rex there. You get like the emote right there on the team screen. A second Panda Lancer. Does someone have one? I don't really want another like DPS Lancer though. I kind of want to just. All right, what do we do on her then? Do we just have her focus on looping? Do we want her to get crits? Do we want her to make stars? Like, what are we doing here? Do we want her to NP once we break the first health bar? Can we give her defense up so she's tankier? Can I have a defense up that, like, I wonder if we do something like this. Because then we're making a lot of stars, well, kind of making a lot of stars. That's 8 stars per turn, and then Hans gets in there. When Hans shows up, you get a lot of stars, and then Leonidas NP makes a lot of stars. This would just mean our NPs are slow as hell. Why not? Like, this is fun. We're not trying to 3-turn, we're not trying to do anything like that. I just want to have some fun here, so. I don't know what to summon for the support, though. Why can't I just use one of my units? I don't want to use the support system. Oh my god, Orion, though. I could do a second Hans. Could do David, so if David shows up at the end and they're about to get NP'd again, you can at least make the NP not do damage. That's like low impact, right? You don't want them to carry. What about, is Max here? Max is David? That's a little bit more, yeah, there we go. That's what I like that. Because, you know, his class won't really help and everything, but, you know, it's a level 100 David. I'm totally okay with this. I'm very happy with this. Okay. Now, what do we do C-E-Y, MC-wise? All the E's and C's in this game, dude. The heal is nice. Cooldown reduction would be pretty nice too, though. There's no real debuff, so I guess just default is fine. You know, why did I not think about using Deermid? He's actually good enough to clean up a decent amount here. Not as good as Ku, obviously, but I could have probably made that work. Why did I not think of that? Damn it. Like for the video, that would have been really good. Okay, what do we want to do? Oh, I guess try to kill boars with normal attacks right now. I guess Leonidas is just gonna taunt right off the bat here. So I really like the Halo OST, but I don't use it in videos like ever because it doesn't normally fit. It's pretty specific to the kind of vibe it has. But I just realized I could totally use it for Leonidas because he's a Spartan Keck. One of these days. Need a Leonidas animation update. Okay, we got some crit. Oh man, we could melt that health bar. We could literally just melt the health bar right now. I could just blow it up. I don't think we do that though. Man, Halo is so weird for me because I do not like Halo since 343 took over it at all. But I really like the original Halo games, like 1 to 3 and everything, and I don't mind Reach either. Like, the original Halo games are pretty awesome. I'm gonna have to target switch in here just because. I'm gonna use Leo's first skill just for the MP gain, even though we're whiffing the taunt. Please don't do too much damage here. It's like, it's okay if you fuck her up a little bit, but don't, that's reasonable. Why? She has a high hit count thing. Why couldn't she have used that? Give me this NP gain. Also, please crit really hard. Why are you not critting? God! You crit once? Oh, I didn't time. I should have saved. I should have saved the taunt. I did not time this properly. Well, time to use our survivability skills. I kind of want to use the evade on Leo. I want to NP again. Fuck it. Don't NP Leo though, because it'll get NP drain, which would really suck. I should have used Leo's quick guard for the NP game. See, I could have just given the K-scope to Canis since we would have already gotten farther than this. If she NPs Leo, it's gonna be like a net neutral, I think. Ooh, that did way more damage than I would have liked. It's because we didn't have it. Okay, I need to change this a little bit. She didn't have anything other than the guts. Okay, we need Leo to NP so we can get Hans in, so we can heal her. That was not great. Some mistakes have been made here. Yeah, I think we need Canis to NP sooner. Damn it! I wanted the stars! I think I saved his third skill. I need her to like double NP coming up. But I need Canis to NP and that's not going anywhere. Okay, fuck it. Look at this mad healing coming up. Yeah, you probably could have her 1v1 once all the ads are dead. I very much think so, Rex. Because not only will the boss crit all the time, so you're healing all the time, she has crit damage down, so she's gonna be taking like 1,000 damage per attack. Like, whoop-de-doo. She's literally gonna be like... The only thing that would mess it up is if the NP damage is just too much, but I don't think it would be. So yeah, I think if you just focus on killing the boars and you had her in the back, I'm pretty sure she would handle it. I probably should be focusing more on breaking the health bar, but I guess once Canis gets her NP, we'll do it then. Is there any way I can kill one of these pigs before that? With this hand? I don't think so. Hans, what are we doing, buddy? What's the master plan here? Do I have her NP now? The odds of her getting crit on this turn are not that good. Yeah, I think I might wait one turn for her to use her NP. Do I Hans for Art Chain just because I don't really have anything worth doing this turn. Watch this NP game, boys. Get that second Hans NP going. You want to crit with any of this, champ? No? We had all of those stars and you didn't crit with any of it. He literally could have NP'd there again if he had landed a bunch of crits. Okay, see, here's the problem. It's gonna NP right now and it'll kill, and we won't get to heal then. We have not timed this correctly. So really what ruined this is Leonidas. It was me using his taunt like I did, so then we got down to low health. We need them to phase tank the first NP of the boar and then you stabilize at that point, so we really messed up with Leonidas there. Wait, what did I summon? Oh yeah, Max, there we go. Feels good. So you should give Canis starting NP. It's not worth it. Like the crits are not worth it at all, and getting her NP sooner would definitely help move things along. Dude, the K-scope on him is not working out. Like, look at this. You get an art chain. I could have his art bonus, so like it doesn't. But then I can't use it to like for the next one because I'll already have taunt. Yeah, I should not give him K-scope. It's not. It's no need. I don't even need the taunt at the beginning, so there's no point to it at all. Let's go 200%. He's got this. He doesn't got this. And see, now he just yeah, no, that was terrible. I got it. The K-scope thing is terrible. Well, because like, and if you're going to do it, you got to MP turn 1, because then you'd have the defense up and he wouldn't die so fast. So that didn't work at all. Because now I'm just going to use it now, and then what was the point of that 58 NP gain, right? Like, it's not good at all. That's shite. Yeah, oh my god, and I didn't make stars there. Oh my god, you know, that doesn't... If you're going to use K-scope, you use it on turn 1, regardless of what cards you see. Leo was Herc all along, yep. By the way, Hercules can carry this fight as well. It does not matter that he has divinity. Like, look, it's another hard boss fight that Hercules can make 1,000,000 times easier. It's like, yes, there are other units that can make it even easier than Herc, but then those won't work for all the other boss fights. He's just such a universal LOL, I make this a lot easier button. There's like no more boom for your buck you can get than Herc, man. This makes... Even if there's another DPS out there that makes the whatever fight you're doing easier, you know, he keeps up, and then for every other fight, that other DPS that we're talking about wouldn't be any good, where Herc is always good. Herc always smash! Let's do... I gotta give Canis starting NP. This is awful, like... And again, the CE doesn't do anything for your damage unless you crit. It's just not, it's cool, but it's so not worth it. It can be worth it if it's level 100 and then you're doing a setup that's like really swimming in stars with like Merlin and 2030 and Anniversary Blonde and, you know, that kind of thing, but it's not that kind of thing, so... That's voice line, by the way. Dude, I'm so tempted to just break the health bar because it's so easy to do it there. The Buster is so much damage, but do we really want to do that much damage? I should probably do the quick. It's very disappointing from a cool factor, but it does not make a whole lot of sense to like murder her health bar right now. I cannot believe that's Mordred's voice actress. And it's not because of Mordred, right? I've heard that voice actors play all kinds of characters, and it's just never stuff like that. So it's like, what the hell? Some range there. Like, can you imagine if, for whatever reason, you had like, you know, like you like an abridged style edit, right, where you change the voice line for the lip flap that it was originally intended for, or whatever, and you use like Artemis voice lines over like Mordred footage, right? It's just gonna be so wrong. And some of her shop lines, you can really tell that it's Mordred, same voice actress. But for some of the Foley and stuff, it's pretty hard to tell. But when she like gets talking and you can like really hear her, you can definitely tell that it's the same person. But it's just very surprising because the range is so extreme. Okay, we're not having to waste our survivability stuff this time because I didn't throw out my taunt for no reason. I'm hoping Canis can kill here anyway, without a good chain. Nice. That's actually a pretty funny idea, Soda. That'd be good in a video. Like, you don't even let people know that you're editing it. That'd be pretty funny. Man, if Leo could have NP'd one more time, we would have gotten a bunch of stars. Feels bad. I guess we give it to Canis. But man, we've gotten no NP gain on Panda Lancer at all. It's because I forgot to do this. I should have done this on our art card earlier. Can we get Canis? Okay, the deck's shuffled and she hasn't gotten her art card yet. She could get it in time. We need to break that health board kind of soon now, though. I'll have faith in Canis's NP gain. I don't know why I'm having faith, but man, if that 60% had crit or Canis had crit, we would have killed that one. I was so hoping Canis's art card would be in this hand, because then you could art chain with Hans's NP. I almost want to save Hans's NP, because he can't even art chain now with Panda Lancer. Why are... God, I need to give him starting NP. This is crazy how... behind they are on NP gain. But the critting though, although the critting's not really working out, we keep failing all the crits, so. On's landing some buffs though, I'll take that. Well, Canis got her NP at least. There's the break. Wait, no she didn't. That's right, I gave it to Panda Lancer. Thank you, Boar! I wish I could NP on Panda Lancer right now, but can't do that. Look at this hand, though! Now, see, this is my jam, though. Although jelly is actually the better condiment, but I have faith that we'll break without needing my Buster card. Uh-oh. Fuck! I should have done the Buster card! That's right, because Panda Lancer's gonna do like nothing because she's female. Fuck! Never mind! Canis is really strong! Hit it with the shield! Okay, now we want Panda Lancer to NP. Although I should have already NP'd, to be honest. Do I save Hans? We don't really need him anymore, but... I mean, if he could do his third skill again, I'm not gonna complain. Yeah, why not? I might regret this, but, because this is a whole NP damage for somebody else. Canis getting some NP gain right now. Gotta turn that up, you know. Memes aside, Art Knight's music good. I keep forgetting. People have told me so many times they've added a bunch of new music that's really good, and I keep not checking it out. I need to fix that. Nice damage, nerd. Okay, I'm glad Canis can NP, because those boars are looking kind of nasty right now. So our guts doesn't matter too much, but the battery is nice. So I just use it for the battery. Canis probably doesn't need this attack up, but I want to make sure we get that boar in the back. Man, if Hans dies this turn, I'm gonna be pissed, and I think he will, which that means I shouldn't have evaded him. If he could just live one hit and then get healed, I think he might be okay. Oh, we should try hard. I just remembered, if you make a setup that I totally forgot, if you allow Panda Lancer to NP twice, and like back to back, she heals twice. It's really silly. I forgot about that. I should have tried to do that. Damn it! Look at us not breaking. Yep, Hans gets one shot so the heal doesn't go off. I should not have used evade on him. What a waste. I will say I am definitely seeing the value here on Panda Lancer though. That's kind of cool. I probably could have put her in third place to be safer. Okay, no, she got it. I wanted the extra NP gain on the VC Braun there. Man, Hans was about to give the battery to Panda face there, and then we could have got more healing. Yeah, I should have saved the evade for the end here. We're kind of pushing our luck a little bit. Yeah, saving Hans, it accomplished nothing, and we robbed ourselves of an evade. Yeah, her normal attacks can remove buffs, but they need to crit. Hey, white flags. Wait, excuse me, it's a... How do you say this? Is that an I or an L? I'm gonna say Lazak, Ilazak, Ilazak. You son of a bitch. Thank you for the 3-month sub though. But hi, white flags too, by the way. Didn't kill. Uh-oh. If Canis, I guess we use Canis' attack down. I wish she had more cards. If Canis could bust out a bunch of attack downs here, that'd be pretty swell. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, now they're super fine. Yeah, they're gonna win. This is such a weird team though, dude. It would just make so much more sense to have more supports for either Canis or Panda Lancer. Like, pick one, right? The split value for them is pretty whack. Okay, Canis is next in P ought to get the job done here. We actually might win next turn. There's not enough uptime on Panda Lancer. We couldn't really show it off too much. Didn't have enough support to get her NPing. It worked though. I mean, she did stabilize the Canis and herself's health, so. Now this is Canis' music right here, clearly. She's a doctor. I really like teams like this though, because I'm mostly using units that I just like and in a way that I like, right? I'm still having to play, you know, like I have to use my head, but you know, you kind of just goofing. Like Dr. Mario mode. Really good. Oh good, we didn't kill the boar. I'm okay with. Oh, that's right, because we're divine. Excuse me. That actually was not a good turn then. I should have waited. Poseidon, you piece of shit! Thankfully David killed just evade and we'll be fine. I want David to live. You know what? It's David time. It's David o'clock. Nice evade, nerd. That's his anti-male evade, but the one male here has sure hit. Way to go, dummy. What do I even use here? I guess that's fine. Invulnerability, it's 5 hits, but 5 hits against a divinity, so hitting it with someone else doesn't count off the tick. It does have a time limit as well, though. Like it'll run out eventually. Oh shit, that damage though. It's amazing! You just get the health back, it's great. By the way, I do setups like this like all the time off stream. This is like a way I kill time a lot, and I just fuck around with stupid stuff. By the way, I can really see why Canis is good here, because not only can she solo it, but it's like, I mean, her damage cut is just so good for this. And as a backup, you have Guts. And the attack down, like the boss can't get rid of the attack down, so. David actually did a pretty good bit of damage there for being a neutral, not too bad. Easy peasy. Alright, what else do y'all want to see? I saw Nukehead, Fionn, other Romulus. You could also do Berserkers, I suppose. And you really don't have to use a Lancer, because it's mostly about the Berserkers. Oh yeah, Vertra. Vertra could be fun. And that's fun too, because they have Divinity, but they have the anti-female thing, so that's kind of a fun. Oh yeah, Nukehead. Yeah, Nukehead and Vertra sound pretty fun. The one issue with Nukehead, she really will struggle at the start. Super Romulus. I love how that's what you always call it, Rex. Oh damn, people like Romulus there. I guess Romulus is good here though, because I don't think any of the gimmicks affect him except for the Divinity one. It works. Yeah, no one would be confused by it. Okay, we'll do Romulus, and I think we'll do Nukehead and Vertra as well. Not necessarily on the same team, mind you, but I mean, at some point we're gonna work these in. All right, what do we want to do with Romulus then, right? Like, what kind of team do we want to see here? I mean, I guess we want him to be the only DPS. Just Romulus, no other DPS units. Let me think. Double Romulus. You could, it's more Roman. Double Boudica, yeah, Boudica is, you don't, I don't think you need it, just because the damage thresholds aren't that big here. You know, Romulus actually might be able to solo this because of him not having a gender. You know, his gender is Rome. He might be able to solo this. It'd be close. It'd be close. He doesn't have like the normal card output that like Canis has and stuff. But wouldn't shock me. I don't know if mine could though, because mine's just 90 in P2. I don't know if that'd be good enough. But I wouldn't be surprised if in P5 level 100, 2K foe, all that stuff. That would not surprise me if he could do it. Dude, I feel bad for people that have to translate a lot of Japanese stuff because like they don't have like sex-specific pronouns, right? That doesn't work that way. Like their language just doesn't do that. There's really gets weird because the English is, you know, we only have the two and all that, so a lot of weird translation stuff can happen. Because they have ways to refer to yourself in a way that's like more masculine or more leadership or more those kinds of things, but they don't really have, they don't work the way that ours do. Okay, what am I doing? So definitely Romulus. He basically, Mothman made like a homunculus body for himself, basically. It's not quite a homunculus, but he's trying to make like the perfect life form. Yeah, I agree. The twins are done backwards. They should have both genders. The reason they didn't do that, I'm positive. The reason they didn't do that is because they're a 5-star, and because that makes them bad and against so many niches, right? Because a lot of bosses have anti-female or they have anti-male, right? Like they don't normally have both, but like imagine them in this fight. They'd be divine male and female, so they'd get the damage reduction, the evade would work on them, the invulnerability would work on them. Although I guess they have pierce invulnerability, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, there's just a lot of things that would mess them up. You know, every charm ever would work on them. You know, they don't want a 5-star to be that susceptible to that many counter niches, right? Because they want 5 stars to be like, oh, I want to roll on that. So I really think that's why they did it. But I think it works because if like I think they should have both, because if like one of them got incapacitated, that would make them a lot less effective, right? So it kind of justifies it. So. Now, imagine if Sanson had anti-humanoid, because then he doesn't care about any of this stuff. Yeah, they've been adding more and more tags into FGO. There's actually some unused tags. They're applied to servants, but there's nothing that works with it. Like, there's a mech tag. And it has been applied to several enemies and playable units, but it's nothing activates it, but it's in the game. There's several tags like that. Well, they changed Blackbeard's. That actually used to not be a tag, but they added it. But it's kind of good to add more tags because it makes it more clear what works on what and what doesn't work on what and why and stuff. So it's less confusing. Although I guess they made it pretty confusing at this point, no matter what. So, all right, what the hell am I doing? What works with Romulus? I mean, any Buster support. So I mean, Chin, obviously Hans, so on and so forth. Want to be disgusting? We'd use Merlin, but I don't think we want to be that disgusting. What they mean by living human is like they're of this time, right? Of like the modern time, right? That's what they mean by it. Doesn't really come off very well, though. Jolter support with virtual DPS. I might try to make that work. Use Bond CE. I feel like the best thing to do is basically just do Chin again, but that's kind of boring because we've already done that kind of setup. But there's like, what else am I gonna do? I could do one Chin and then try to put Shakespeare in there or something. The thing is, the one advantage Shakespeare has is like Poster Girl, which I don't like using, and then also hitting multiple units with the Buster up. But with this kind of setup, we're not going to have multiple people NPing, so at the same time. Well, the year it's based on, it technically is probably like whatever, you know, year it started in, I would think. So it was a 2016 or something. I kind of want to use other Romans just to get more Roman damage. It's a shame Caesar's not good here particularly. Could try to just double NP. This is I kind of want to use Waver. I know he's a little broken, but just Waver would be kind of fun if we could get a double NP out. We don't really need a double NP though. There's no reason to do that much damage, but it would be funny if I could get a double NP off because you get more Roman that way. Nobukatsu's fine, but I don't have his skill ranks up, but he is fine. He does give us what we need. And actually, he helps towards getting another NP because he gives battery, so... probably at least one Shin-Gong. It's just, there's no reason not to bring at least one. If you put a Roman buff on a Roman, they're just double Roman, and you get 2 stacks off of them. Who to use? I mean, Shakespeare's fine. It's just, he doesn't really help too much, unfortunately. I might use him anyway, though. And then do Shakespeare. I mean, Shakespeare. Do, Hans, excuse me. VC Braun is so good here, but I don't want the team to be that similar. We gotta, let's see. So you would taunt somebody at some point or Chin Gong somebody. So you're definitely gonna be able to cycle if you want to. How fast do you want to break the first health bar? Probably not that fast. This team is not actually that good against the boar. This would be tough if we don't have a cleanup unit. Like, this would be easy if I had a cleanup unit. Like, if I brought Ku or I mean, even Dyrmid, like, just some kind of Lancer to clean up. But I don't want to do that. I want to try to keep Romulus alive the whole time and have him be the damage dealer the whole time. That's going to be tough, though. Like, that's definitely going to be tough. I think we're going to need a VC Braun then. Also, I like a VC Braun, so it's nice to be able to use him more. Yeah, Romulus, 3-star Romulus, we did 3-star Romulus and he won. Like, yeah, he did worse than Hector, but honestly though, that BBB turn was impressive. That was pretty good. Hector could not do something like that because Hector doesn't have, he has NP up, which only helps his NP damage. It doesn't help his normal card damage. Where Romulus had the attack up and the buster up, which both help his normal card damage. So, he definitely was, Hector absolutely could not have done that. Although Hector would have been more progressed at that point, I suppose, so. Kind of evens out, but he did better than I thought he would do. I really hated it at the start, and I will say this: Hector just has more wriggle room because the drain on Hector is a really nice bail me out button because the RNG didn't go very well. Where Romulus didn't have that, so if Romulus didn't get a second NP in time to sync up with Chin Gongs, we would have been fucked. Like, we would have just been fucked. Where Hector's got a safety net in case something like that happens. Wait, what am I looking for right now? I think it's VC Braun, yeah. Could just give him, honestly, you probably just give him the Caneth looking picture because, like, what else would I give him? I mean, I guess getting his NP would be fine, to be honest. If he stunned him, that'd be great, and he does okay damage. I would not hate getting his NP. But he might die too soon if I did it that way. It would be funny to put Romulus on the team. We do get the other stack of Roman. They don't have great synergy outside of... The one thing they have in common is they're both Lancer, they're both AoE, they're both Buster, so that's good. But they're not DPS that synergize with each other particularly well. I'll say this, Super Romulus helps regular Romulus, but regular Romulus does not help Super Romulus that much. He does a little bit by just being Roman, he at least does that. I tell you what, does someone in chat have Romulus and I could summon one? Because if I could use a Romulus at higher skill ranks, that would be pretty fun. And then maybe I replace Shakespeare with that. Because, yeah, mine's just 555, and that's not... It worked, but it's not particularly fun if we had, like, a 10-10-10 one in chat. That I think would be pretty fun to mess around with. Why am I not surprised no one in chat has Romulus? I bet you like no one in chat even has him leveled, for God's sakes. Feels bad. Mine's been leveled for a long time, I just haven't been able to give him the Lancer gems and that kind of thing. Plus the 555. Could do David again, because honestly David makes a rather nice cleanup unit for like keeping your damage alive. Yeah, normally it's on NA. That's the way of it. Most of my viewers are NA players, which is totally fine. I have literally no issue with that. It's just the server won't connect though. David main DPS. Oh god, you'd have to use really strong supports at that point. You have to use really strong. You could do it, but you'd have to get carried by the supports. This is too similar to what we've used pre. But I don't know. What do I summon? Like, you either summon a Lancer who's just gonna steal your glory. Nobody slots supports that aren't broken. You know what? Fuck it. We'll, normal people summon this crap anyway, so we'll summon Waver, but we'll stick him in the back, so he's not gonna actually get that much done. I'm looking for Rexes just cause, but, besides, like, look, the CE doesn't even help. This is the event CE, and this shit does nothing. If you were gonna use Waver, though, you'd want him hot, you'd want him more up on the team. Like, you'd want him in the front. But, like, I don't even think Waver will really help here because he'll show up, give you defense up, which gets removed by DNP, so it's not that great. If you on a budget account or whatever, if I was gonna pick between leveling Romulus and Hector, I would probably say Hector at this point. I don't know, but it depends. There are times Romulus is definitely better. Not here, but the battery's nice and whatnot, and the targeted guts is a really unique utility thing. No, it doesn't get any value again here, but there are places it really can. Guts is pretty bad here because of the boss gimmick. But there's still plenty of good things about Romulus. It's just kind of here where it's not so great. What do we do here? I think we only have one taunt this time. I was gonna taunt Romulus and use the second skill and just like NP boom boom, but I guess we have to save our taunt. I can NP. Okay, if we have an art chain, that puts us at 70%. I guess I go ahead and cast this. Oh no, I should have waited because of the stars. That's a terrible time for the stars. You want to have already made a few stars, because 10 stars alone is nothing. But we already have his NP, so what do I do with Shakespeare? I guess I just save it for the next NP. Either that or have Shakespeare use it on himself and try to get Shakespeare, It's not crazy, it really isn't. If I was gonna do that though, I should have given Shakespeare Demonic so his stun chance was higher and things like that. Oh, let's see. When do we want to break? I could probably break this turn if I cast everything, but I don't know. I don't think we want to do that. I think we want to break on our next NP or something. What do I use then? This might be too much. We'll see. I don't know how much damage we're gonna do here. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to. If we get like over half on Artemis, that's kind of bad. Oh god, that's okay. That was a little bit more than. Oh my god, that was. So yeah, we could have broken there quite easily. If I had done Romulus's Buster Up and then I used Romulus's normal card, we absolutely would have broken right there. That was a bit more than I wanted to do. Now, if only she would have evaded later when it mattered. You know, I guess using this on Romulus would have been awesome. His hit count is so high that Starging up that Shakespeare gives would have actually guaranteed us like crits on this turn. We'd had like a full crit turn here. Which would have been really good because it would have been more NP game. Dude, he is so cool. Wow, they really don't like Shin Gong. I'm actually gonna heal him. Am I gonna heal him? Let me think. So obviously, so if I wish they had attacked, he has 3 stacks? What? Why do you have 3 stacks? I was gonna be like, if they pinged off his shield, I would use his second skill. What the hell is that, dude? Boy, they really did not like Shin Gong here. I don't know if I heal him or not. Let me think. I mean, he'll die to the boar stage pretty quick. I don't want him to die before that. Wait, do I even care? I don't think I even care. I don't know. Fuck, I'll heal him. I don't know what the long-term plan here is, so we should be able to NP next turn with Romulus, which will unfortunately break, but what are you gonna do? I wish I had killed that one, because in this next AoE... Do I delay my NP by 1 turn? Just so I can fix that? It depends on my hand. And actually I can't NP by 5 NP anyway, so I'd have to wait. We're gonna lose our Roman buffs then, but I don't think that matters too much. It might matter for the middle boar, we'll see, because I'm not gonna have nearly as many buffs. Yeah, it does suck that I couldn't NP there. I could have nah, we'll save Shin Gong's NP. I'll do it on the next course. Yeah, I am worried though, because we're losing so many Roman buffs that we might not actually break here. We'll see. Wait. How long? That's right. That buff lasts longer. I think it lasts 5 turns. Okay. So we do this. Do this. I want Shin Gong to live 1 more turn, but if I don't do anything, he will die. I could have Shin Gong NP here, but I really want him to NP next turn. Can I get away with using the evade on him? Is that worth it? It's a lot because I'm trying to keep Romulus alive for so long, but Romulus gets his second skill back. I'll do it. What could possibly go wrong here? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 Romans. Yeah, this will probably do the damage we need. Crap! Didn't do quite enough damage there. 9 lives, Roma, man. By the way, if you read what that does, like in his bio, it's really strong. It's funny that it's just his extra attack, but lore-wise, it's actually really, really powerful. Oh, we're so close to greatness. If we have all these Buster ups, but we only have Buster cards on. Oh my god, I really want to. Shin Gong should NP here, but that one's at 14k, and then we. Let me think. Our next Romulus NP would be so powerful because we'd have the attack up, double buster up, and all that stuff. People are roaming. Oh, oh man, the pig, that's right, it clears its debuffs on the first break bar, so it's not roaming anymore. Although we can make it roaming in a second. I don't know if we Chin Gong NP here. I mean, Chin Gong will die. I just wish we'd gotten a Buster card or something on Romulus. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this just so Chin hits harder. Chin Gong DPS, let's go. Look at all these buster ups. If Chin's gotta go out in style, you know. 19k. That's funny. Shame we didn't crit there. Well, I killed them both at least. With an insane amount of overkill. I wish you'd killed that so you would have attacked the boar. Although the evade doesn't work on Romulus actually. As silly as that is. Oh, I shouldn't have cast that oh, this timing is awful. I didn't think this through at all. This is terrible. Oh my god, this is terrible. I should have saved that evade and stuff, and I should not have killed Shakespeare. This is such bad timing. Like, what are you gonna do? Use Hans's NP, then have it get removed? Like, that's awful. Oh, this is so bad. I just ruined everything, because now he won't I can't even NP on a VC Braun. Yeah, I should have not killed Shakespeare. The VC Braun showing up right now is just super bad. And using the evade was super bad. If I could use the evade on someone right now, it wouldn't be such a big deal. I kind of want to not use the invulnerability then, because I think he can phase tank with just the defense up from Hans, although I guess Hans might not land the defense up because it's Hans. Wait, Romulus won't have his buffs removed because this stage is dumb. Fuck it, give Romulus all of the buffs then. Wait, no, we don't use the second skill because then it would make VC Braun no effect. God, if I should have just given a VC Braun starting NP and he could at least NP before dying. God. Man, I think we're still gonna win just because Romulus is so disgusting, but we're not playing well at all. We're not syncing things up in a... This would never be a video is what I'm saying. Like, this is very poorly planned right here. That pig is Roman though. Oh, oh! Oh! Oh god, no! I shouldn't have cast his third skill then! What? He didn't. How are you gonna do that little damage? So VC Braun does nothing here, really. This is unfortunate. At least Waver lets him NP, I guess there's that. Oh god, he just removed our third skill. Because if you die, he can't remove your buffs because you're dead, and his third skill will still go off. But he didn't die, so. Romulus, man, what a guy. Or what a Rome. Because if he was a guy, this would be evaded. See, and it's not being evaded, so he is a Rome. Oh, a VC Bronze in piece doesn't. Okay, it doesn't even do anything. I mean, wow, a VC Bronze was one of the worst units ever here. So this is what he did was take off evade stacks off the boss on that when our DPS couldn't be evaded anyway. So, and then he gave us MP gain. He gave us MP gain right there. That's all a VC Braun did. All a VC Braun did. Well, I mean, look. Let's see. He was overcharged. Let's figure this out here. What did a VC Braun accomplish? He gave the team 15% NP up for 3 turns. That's all he did. That's it. He gave the team 15% NP up for 3 turns. Could have just brought Ushi and gotten a lot more than that, for God's sakes. Like, that is atrocious. And then Waver's not doing much either. The battery here is nice, but it's not accomplishing that much. So the hard part here is just going to be the invulnerability, because we are divine. Dude, the team sucks. Romulus is doing great, right? Romulus is carrying, no problem. He's super powerful, but we got crap value out of like the time. Like, dude, Shin Gong dying there, then having Han show up on that turn and everything. That just awful. Like, my God, his teammates were pretty incompetent here. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so I have to get through the invulnerability, I'm pretty sure. It's 5 hits. I can hit him next turn then, because we'll do 4 here. So, I guess just make stars. And he can't remove our buffs. That's so crazy that he can't remove our buffs. It's like, what are you gonna do, champ? Alright, so I guess just for the fun of it, we're gonna try to apply Roman first. With our BB here. Punch the Roman into him! Oh, he punched the Roman into him. Punch the Roman into him again! Okay, no, that one didn't. You have to crit. I love that NP, dude. It's one of my favorites. Wow, and we still had our 3 of a kind. Dude, we still had our 3 of a kind extra attack, and we had a bunch of attack ups. Like, some just wore off there, but they would have applied to that extra attack. So his extra attack would have been devastating there. So I'd like to point out, Romulus is obviously incredibly strong because our team sucked. These are good units. These are good units, but they were used very poorly, and there was a little bit of bad luck with some timing, and they did almost nothing. Like, hardly any of our units did anything. They were absolutely crap. And then obviously Romulus could have lived for many turns at the end here and kept going, so, you know, what little he had done, some of which he could have accomplished himself anyway. I really do think Romulus can solo this if he's upgraded enough. I'm not sure you could do it at level 90 in P2, but I don't know what upgrade he would need to be at, but I could see him doing it. And maybe you can do it at 90 in P2. I might try it later. And you'd have to think about what CE to bring and stuff. You might even need a Pierce and Vulnerability to speed things up, depends. But if you're NPing enough to just kill the boars, I think, don't you need to NP like 3 times, and maybe, like, especially if you kill a couple with normal attacks? Let me look here. I don't know, I might try this real quick just to mess around with it. Although I should use Nuke Head and Virtua, because I said I would, and this challenge quest isn't going anywhere. Let's see. Yeah, you could do it in 3 NPs as long as you kill a few with normal attacks. That's not bad. Yeah, he probably can do this. The boss just doesn't hit that hard. Like, the boss just doesn't hit that hard. Good music this stream. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do New Kid. Might wait for Lost because he's got the stronger Vertra. What do we do? See, I feel like for her, it's almost just gonna be that. You know, it's like the same thing but worse. Like, because what else do I have that's budgety that supports a Buster unit, right? Like, I don't see any reason to change too much. Play it differently, surely, but Shakespeare wasn't that great. You could change that to almost anything. You could do Hans. Could do another DPS, so that's kind of stealing thunder at that point. Yeah, use Merlin. Then use Chin Gong on Merlin. I have esports Merlin. Like purely for buff stacking. Like the lowest level he can be to have maximum buffs, and then I only upgraded his skills that are, increase damage. So it's when we're like testing like, you know, buff stacking shenanigans. Like his second skill is amazing, right? Merlin's second skill is extremely good in challenge quests, and having a minimum cooldown on it is really important, but it's rank 1. He has no foe items either. Trying to make her go the distance is going to be pretty tough. Let me look here. So she's got that upgraded NP now. We're NP2, level 90. Do not have Divinity. That helps. Oh god, wait, no, we do have Divine. Oh, no, only the enemy one has Divine, right? That's because of the Lost Belt stuff. The hard part's gonna be the beginning. She's gonna do no fucking damage at the beginning. I think we do kind of need to bring another Lancer. Trying to get to that first health bar is AoE. Like, you want to go slow in the first health bar with this kind of setup, but not that slow. Yeah, I guess you could use Nightingale, that'd be fine. We'll do another DPS. We'll just try to make it one that's not doing too much. You do Panda Lancer again. Wait, no, that's female too. There's always Beowulf. That'll hit the large. Wait, no, that's Stealing Thunder. We just need to break the first health bar. Bring Deer mid, just cause. Bring in another AoE Lancer. Could do Hector. Honestly, Hector would be fine. That's so similar to what we did before, though, like in the video. But Hector is good because he does pretty solid damage for messing up the health bar, and then you get the drain and all that. And he'll buff her damage because he's kind of supporty. He gives her the drain and the NP up and the damage cut. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. We'll just try to use him more as a support than a damage, although we will use his damage. What do we put in the back? I feel like she almost needs a cleanup unit. I don't know if she could go the distance, but we're gonna try to make her go the distance. That's gonna be tough for her, man. Let me think. At least the evade in the second form won't affect her. That helps a bit. What's someone that could... I don't want to summon anything too crazy. What's well, 4 stars are fine though. I don't mind summoning a 4-star, or putting a 4-star in the back for like support. But I don't want to do a 5-star. Iris Veal. Actually, not that bad to be honest, because the buffs won't get removed and stuff. It's really not that bad. Asclepius, there's no debuffs though. David's fine. I've already done David a lot though. Can't stop me, chat. Oh, yes! Yes, there we go. There's the value. Okay, alright, let's see what we get here. You could probably beat this challenge quest with a bunch of coups. Don't let Rex see those skill ranks, by the way. At least one of the skills is 10. Rex, that reminds me of like a Scrooge type scenario. You know, some kid comes knocking on the door. You know, are you home, Mr. Rex? And you just open the door. No, now go away. Slam. Right. That's pretty much what I get out of that. And then their hearts are shattered. You know. All right. What is the plan here? I kinda wanna just do the battery skill right away. What this Buster chain though? I wonder if I could kill one of them before NPing. Maybe kind of at the mercy of what like cards you would get coming up. Do I try it? Just... I feel like you'll get really close, but you won't kill it. That's what I feel like would happen. So then, like, why even bother? Maybe go for the NP gain instead. You know, I think we probably should have done the Buster. I think we could have killed that one. There's no debuffs here, so you might as well. Actually, there are debuffs here, but they're not really relevant, and they're pretty far into the fight, so just do it for the heal. Oh, right. You know what? We might still be able to do it. Kind of forgot that she had this skill. What? Thanks, game. Probably should have made more stars then, but I should have used the art card on Hector. I am such a dummy. He only has the one. You gotta use it every time you see it. Well, he's getting NP from getting smacked at least. Okay, she can NP next turn. Wait, I didn't really need to do it like that. I should have put Qingong in the back for that chain because she's gonna overcharge like a champ here. Yeah, I made her get to 128. I needed that. I guess we use this. Watch this Starjin though. Okay, we need to get Hector's NP. If I just used his art card earlier, we'd be ready to go, but we want him to NP on the next set. The stars bounced off her forehead. That's understandable. It's a pretty tanky forehead. We did... Wow, that did so little to her. Dude, you can... well, she had the defense up too. Although, is that male only defense or is that just defense up? I don't even know. But I broke this health bar with Scath pretty easily. But Scath gets her anti-divinity, so... that makes up for the females doing less damage thing for the most part. Yeah, no, it's just defense up. Yeah, it's the, no wonder that did nothing. She had a 50% defense up, and then the female, damage resistance, so... Probably should have waited a turn to NP. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, it's Hector time. Do I want Hector to break? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I want Hector to break here. Like when he EMPs, or at least get it close. I guess. I hope he doesn't triple crit though, because then he might actually get her low enough that she evades. Hector, why? Okay, she didn't evade, thank gosh. If I stun right now, the bar will break and it'll automatically remove the stun, so I'll wait a turn. You can really hear the old man Lee voice in that voice line there. Oh, 4. Man, I should have used it last turn then. I'm just screwing the cooldown. And things are getting awkward right now. Guarded the defense down, yeah. I want Hector to live a little bit longer, but God, I hate that these guys have so little health right now. It's killing me. I have to wait 2 turns to NP. That sucks. Wait, I should have broken. Well, now you know what? Because we had to wait so long, I guess we don't break the health bar now. That sucks. But oh my God, Hector, no! But yeah, I'd rather deal with her NP instead of the boar's NP. I guess. Well, no, the boar NP does less damage if it's against females, though. But we'd have 2 males out. I have no idea. What the fuck is the plan right now? Do I have to NP even though one of those guys is 300 life? Because what if Hans gets NP'd right now? I mean, I could evade Hans. So much has gone wrong here. What the hell am I doing right now? What is the plan? I don't. Everything's gone wrong. Let me think. So NPing right now is kind of the worst thing ever. I hate everything about this turn. I cannot decide if, like, which NP I want to deal with, and then do I want to break now? Like, what are we doing here? Do I have to NP? That's just the worst thing ever. If I NP this, it's 300 health and 1 health. I think oh my God, what the fuck? Yeah, I have to NP here. I literally would not mind NPing if I had killed this one. If this one was dead, it wouldn't really be that bad NPing right now. But this one still being alive, it just makes it the worst. Holy crap, this sucks. Do I Hans evade, or do I let Hans die? Are we just gonna like try to solo with her? Is that the plan now? Because we've gotten so, what the fuck, man? Like, I'm just getting no value out of my supports here. What the fuck? This is I guess I do this. Please kill the middle boar. Hans land the attack buff. Hans, don't be a bitch. There you go. evade Hans and Chin going NP. Yep. That means that because we killed that with the NP, that Hector NP earlier did very little for us. If Chin could somehow live here, he's not gonna live. Damn it. If he had kept the buffs, he actually would have lived there. She's fine, but man, that was just sad. Don't worry, Irisville got this. No problem. There's one other boar. But these crits though, I gotta have them. I feel like these crits are pointless though, because I'm gonna like NP with Nukehead later and would have probably broke this health bar anyway. I need to kill one boar before Nukehead NPs. Oh my god! Fuck it, I'm just NPing now. I don't even care. Just NP now. It's fine. Irisville with K-Scope's kind of pointless because she's not gonna need to NP for a while here, I feel. Like by the time she'll need to NP, she would have had it anyway. Actually, Irisville really isn't bad here if it's a female team, right? Because the boss won't remove the guts, and she has more than enough healing and everything. Like, she's fine. Honestly, if you just have a way to get through the first health bar, a female Lancer is kind of great here. And then Scath does so much damage that she can get through the first health bar even though she is female, which is just hilarious. Okay, we just need to get rid of that little shit and we're good. I wish a VC Bronze skill would go off if he had guts. That'd be so cool. I got so used to Irisville's voice lines for the tree video. It wasn't even that long, right? Because Rex's Irisville is so powerful, but still got really used to them. It's actually a shame that she's only voiced Irisville, although it's kind of nice, it makes Irisville unique, I suppose, but they don't use Irisville for much. And I don't think she's voiced anything else in Fate. What I'm saying is they should just add an Irisville costume. They need to make a second Fate Zero collab and add Irisville's comfy coat, and then add more voice lines, see? Wow, we don't even need her, her invulnerability because we got the one from a VC Bronze, so we've got this easy. Like we're super fine here. Why am I even attacking that thing? It'll die to the NP. What am I doing? Yeah, add Suit Saber and Comfy Irisville. Rex, do you think they gave her that crown because it kind of looks like her hat? Like, and I know it's the whole, you know, Heaven's dress thing and stuff, but I kind of feel like that's why they did that. It couldn't have hurt. Oh yeah, she gives guts to herself. Very nice. Look, we no affect the guts, but I don't even care. Honestly, a female Lancer has like no problem here. Like the team can fall apart, but the Lancer's totally fine. The thing is, they hadn't designed the Dress of Heaven look when they did that. Well, no, they kind of had. It didn't look like that, but they did kind of. Because with Irie and Heaven's Feel, it looks different though in that, but it was still kind of similar. Wow, it's just dead. Wow, that was easy, dude. I didn't play particularly well. No min-maxing. Literally, just bring a female Lancer, then have, you know, something take care of the first health bar, or just, you know, stall a bit and get through it. Because the damage, the reason she did so little damage at the start was because of the defense up the boss had. Female Lancers can break the first health bar. They absolutely can. Just not on the turn where the boss casts defense up. Okay, so I did not do this. Let's get really disgusting here. Let's see if we can turn one the health bar with Scath. If we want to get really disgusting, we should get Bond CE on a Scatty, but that's probably too much trouble during an event. So just in P2, and level 90, can obviously get a hell of a lot stronger than this. Wait, okay, no, this is just being silly, but I'm doing it. We're probably gonna overkill like a motherfucker here. Let's find out though. We'll even do Switch Mystic Code. Oh my god, we're going so ham here. I'm pretty sure we're gonna break. I don't think the anti-female damage resist is gonna help that much. By the way, the reason he loses the anti-female damage resist is because Artemis goes away. Because she's the one that's doing that. Like, keep these women away from my bear. Now the two Atalantes have the same quick up. I honestly don't know why I did get Bonton on the other one, because I like the Apple CE. I didn't even think about it. I just kind of picked one at random. But yeah, no, the Atalante would have made more. The regular Atalante would have made more sense for me, I think. But they're both fine. And because like regular or Berserker Atalante is a really good unit, like absolutely. But for the way you would use her, like what makes her good has nothing to do with her Bond CE, right? Like if you're gonna use her for like a nuker and stuff, you wouldn't want her Bond CE at all. That's kind of true for both of them though, so it's not that big of a difference no matter what. Yeah, he's got the mental debuff immunity because of Artemis as well. You know, it can't be charmed. But yeah, when Artemis goes away, it loses all of that. Alright. What are we gonna get here? Let's use our first skill just to see if we can get a lucky crit. I don't know how big the damage resist here is for females, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, no, it was not enough. It's still, you know, it lowered her damage by quite a lot, but yeah, definitely not enough. Still doing decent damage with the normal attacks too. You could loop if I brought in Waver or something. If I'd done Waver instead of Atalante, and Waver would have added enough damage. I mean, she had enough extra damage she didn't need Atalante, really. Like, all of the crits and stuff went into overkill, so then you could Waver here, then NP again. And this one's much easier to break because it doesn't have all the stuff. But for those that don't know, you probably have guessed, there's a reason you kill the boars first. If you kill the boss before killing the boars, all of the boars get Omega buff. Now, if there's only one boar left or two boars left, it's not that big of a deal. But they get an extra 100,000 life. They get like a flat damage up. I think they get Pierce Invulnerability or some crap. Like, they get a lot of stuff. Like, it's not so bad. Like, you can still finish them off, right? If you happen to kill the boss a little bit before the last few boars, you can clean them up. Especially if you're using, like, a really powerful loop setup, where, like, each NP loop is going to kill them anyway. Like, if you got, like, you know, double cast Story of Fionn shenanigans, you can handle it. They're really not that strong, but they're strong enough that if you're not really ready for it, they'll if you only have, like, 1 or 2 units left, right, and your buffs are gone, they'll clean you up. Like, let me look at all the buffs they get. I know they get like an extra 100,000 health, which is pretty significant at the end. And before that, they come in with their NP gauges already somewhat full. Not full, but somewhat full, so they'll get it quickly. They gain... What do they gain? They gain an attack up, they gain Pierce Invulnerability, that's the real nasty part. They gain 100,000 life, and they gain a flat damage up. I will say, though, I guess Castor Artoria, like double Castoria Fionn, really could deal with that. Because you could have Castoria's invulnerability that Pierce Invulnerability doesn't work on. And Fionn will definitely be doing enough damage that the extra 100,000 health, I mean, you'll just laugh at that. Like, who cares? So yeah, Fionn wouldn't really give a fuck if you had a really strong setup. You still wouldn't want to do that and have every boar alive, though. That's just silly. You want a few boars to be dead by the time that goes off. But if you're looping this and you're AoEing, by the time you can kill the boss in 3 turns. That's the fastest way possible. You kill the boss in 3 turns. You will have killed at least 6 boars by then, which means there's only 3 boars left. And so you'd have 3 boars left that have 200,000 life. That's nothing. Like you can kill those in turn 4 if you're set up properly. It's like, and hell, you could probably break the first health bar and kill the first 2 boars without using all Castoria's buffs yet, and then cast them all, so you still have them for that final wave of the boars. So yeah, you can easily ignore that gimmick. But for a lot of setups, especially more budgety setups, you really got to be mindful of that, and it's much better to kill the boars first. Outside of just like showing off and try to win really quick, it's not a reason to give the boars that many buffs. So we still need to show off Vertra, but I might save that for like next stream or something when Lost happens to be here. I might make a Romulus solo video though, if I can get the... Oh, you are here! Oh, hi, Lost. Let's, Leah, can you set up your Vertra then? We'll try to make that work. You give her some basic command codes and stuff. Try to do a support setup for her. Might bust out Hohenheim finally. Oh, we need to do Fionn too. So, Vertra's Valentine's Day scene, she gives you like some like Hacks chocolate that's like the best tasting thing on the planet, but not very much of it. And then she gives you a box that's got like a bunch of that chocolate in it, but it's like impossible to open the box. So that's pretty hilarious, to be honest. It's like some fucked up puzzle box that you'll like never be able to open. Give Lost a minute here to command code and whatnot. Well, she's already got some command codes, but we'll try to get the really fancy ones. I can make the team while I'm waiting. What am I thinking? Okay, what are we gonna do here? I would definitely like to work in Hohenheim if I can. That's weird. We've mostly been working with Buster units this whole time. I just realized Hector, Romulus, Super Romulus, Nukehead, these have all been Buster. So if I used my Vertra, I'd probably do double Hohenheim. You could totally do that, dude. That'd be really fun. Yeah, they mentioned that in like the description of the CE. It mentioned like there are some noble phantasms that could get through it, but it's like set up so if that happens, the chocolate will all melt. So she made it out of like some super stuff, so you can't break it easily. Now you could probably, you know, there's some bullshit things that could break it, but then you destroy the chocolate, right? Like any like conventional means like pry it open with like a crowbar or whatever aren't gonna work, and like world-breaking shenanigans would obviously destroy the chocolate too, so that's no good. And then if you use like hacks like Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, the chocolate would melt. So she basically contrived a giant fuck you chocolate box where it's the worst. It's pretty funny. You know, Gil, with plot armor, they're not gonna have Gil be able to get into it, but Gil probably could get into it. Obviously, he's not in the scene or anything, so that's not gonna happen. But like Gil, Gil has a fucking sword that teleports and like can stab people. Like he stabs it off to the side, and it appears out of nowhere and stabs them in the back when they're like across the field, right? Like he's literally used a sword that does that. So he probably does have some bullshit that can just teleport inside it and get it, but. That's cheating. Anyway, what are we using here? So Hohenheim is going to be on the team. She's going to be like, wait, let me make sure she's not something weird. Item, because she's not even, like, I know her soul has no gender, because her soul is just like this demonic being. It doesn't have a gender, so I don't know if he technically gave her female or not. I don't think they did. Yeah, she's like demonic beast. I wonder if she works on Tam Beastie, if she doesn't take the bonus damage. So if she doesn't take if she's not technically male or female, she will work on a lot of the gimmicks here. She's not divine either, even though she's like a dragon god kind of demon thing, but it's demonic, not like, you know, goody two-shoe divinity stuff. So none of the gimmicks work on her. None of them do. That's pretty crazy. So she'll be able to rip up these health bars like they're nothing, and then the first enemy health bar has divinity, so she'll get through that really quick, which is kind of bad, but we'll just deal with it. I wish I could use my Virtua though and do double Hohenheim. I think that would be so strong. What else do I got though? We got Mozart for the burst NP gain, but only for one. Well, the thing is, I don't think Gilgamesh would help you with that box anyway, right? He'd be like, deal with it yourself, dumbass, right? I don't think he would help, to be honest, unless you use a command spell, but then he'd probably kill you. So, like in a joke scenario, you know, like if it was a joke scenario, they might have him try and just have it not work because it's a joke, right? But in a serious, if it was like, if inside the box it was like, you know, the plot device that was going to save humanity or whatever, you know, and it was in like a serious story, not a Valentine's Day thing. Then they might have a way for him to get inside of it, but I still don't think he would help you half the time, so. Like, it's Gilgamesh. What do you expect? We probably will use Mozart. What else do we have NP gain-wise? There's Ushi, funnily enough, and there's a VC Braun with his NP. A VC Braun could be pretty good here, then. I definitely want Mozart somewhere. I want to use Fionn because they synergize. This is why Fionn is so good. He gives her the NP gain buff. It's so silly. But we'll save Fionn for his own setup. We'll do double Hohenheim or whatever. Dude, I feel like if you gave Tamcat the box, she would just eat the box. And she wouldn't even care about the chocolate. She would just eat the box because she's a dumb dog, right? And she just like, that's probably what would happen. Cat, yeah, huh? All right, let's see. What do I want something that will give us NP gain, but then still, I mean, there's Asclepius, but I don't know if we really need Asclepius because not much of a debuff thing in this fight, but he does have NP gain up in battery, it's alright. At some point we should use a VC Braun because he gives NP gain buff and he's AoE and so on and so forth. I'm not sure she's gonna loop with just the one Hohenheim, although the first one she probably can because of her battery. It melts like into the box though. It's like fuses with the box, so sounds pretty nasty, to be honest. Would have been really funny in that scene though is if the master was actually lactose intolerant, so it wouldn't even, you'd be like, joke's on you, it doesn't even matter. Oh yeah, Castergill exists. I always forget that. It's because he's not 10-10-10, so I don't like using him when he's not at his best. But yeah, we could do Castergill, that's alright. I almost want a K-scope with him, because I'd like him to NP2 and fuck up some boars at some point. We don't really need to do that at the start though. Maybe just give him survival. What's the plan here? Someone's gotta die at some point, and then we could have maybe Mozart come in. One of the NPs I want Mozart, because maybe we put Mozart in the front and we hope the boar kills Mozart pretty quick. And then we bring in Castergill. That doesn't sound too bad. Guys, but if they make Geronimos aren't up targetable, you'll still never use him as a support. It's fucking stupid. I swear, dude. It's just the stupidest idea for him ever. Now, if they made it AoE and then it also, like, you know, gave other effects, like AoE and it gives the whole team MP gain up, and then his Buster Up's AoE and it gives himself a battery skill, and then his Quick Up is AoE and it gives himself an evade, then, you know, that it'd actually be great. Then he'd be really good at that point, but wouldn't Hans be better though because of his 10% per turn and stars and attack up? Well, it depends. How quick can I get Mozart killed? 8,000 life. Shouldn't take too long. I could give him Poster Girl. You know what? I don't care. I've already done this super budget. We beat it a million times. I'm totally doing it. This is not even that broken of a use of Poster Girl. It really isn't. The boss is AoE. He'll probably die kind of soon anyway. But we're here for fun. So fuck it. We're doing it. Can't stop me, chat. Whale. Yeah, actually I got that was just like regular summon tickets or whatever back in the day. That's why I only got one copy on this account. I'm doing this because he's probably not going to need to NP right away, so still not going to do good damage, by the way. What do we want in the back? We don't want to steal Virtua's Thunder, right? Like we don't want to. Probably a VC Brawn, I guess. Because oh, I got it. There we go. That's the good shit right there. What do we give him though? You want him to live to be able to give the evade to her? Okay, we got this. Do I use Atlas? I think we do use Atlas for her. I don't think we're gonna need the heal too much. And getting her cooldowns back will be really nice. Mozart DPS, let's go. I really want a good opening hand so Mozart can use his crit stars. This is not amazing, but oh well. Wait, we need, oh fuck. I forgot, I shouldn't have used that yet. We can't actually NP yet. Fork. We don't have K-scope, what am I thinking? God damn it. Back it up, back it up. Don't waste the stuff that soon. Fuck, man. Okay, let me think. We might have to, the whole Mozart thing with Poster Girl is probably not a good idea anymore then. Because we might need a turn or two to get the ball rolling. Okay, that's better. This was, yeah, we just wanted to give Lost FP. Guys, Lost needs CE bombs. This is very important. By the way, I have made so many CE bombs. I'm pretty sure I can get the Yang CE to 100 when it comes back. Either that or just like 90 or something. I can get it really high, so. What's really frustrating about CE bombs is half of them go into getting the CE to like 85 or something. And then it takes like that many again to go from 85 to 100. Like, it's not exact. I don't remember exactly where the halfway point is, but it's really fucked up like that. I want an art chain. I feel like I just want to get an art chain on turn 1 because our deck has got so many art cards in it. I don't think I'm asking for too much here. We're being greedy right now. Gotta escalate things, gotta get the ball rolling. I don't even know why CE XP is so bad. I don't know why they made it so evil. I really don't understand. It's strange. I mean, I will say some CEs are really strong, and I guess they want it to be a real decision which ones you're focusing on. And then you're gonna pick a lot to just level up to like this maybe 50 or 30 to 60 range, right? You're not, you know, good, but they're not like your MVP. But man, they made it brutal. Like they made it day 1 FGO. Yeah, that could be it too. And we don't have an art chain. God, we have so many art cards in the deck, man. I think, what do you want from me, game? Is there any point in attacking these boards? If I could kill one before, that'd be great, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to accomplish that. If we get an art chain, she's like so ready to go, but... Yeah, see, this is why I want the art chain, though, because my supports can die really fast. What the fuck? How is that the deck? Like, how did it shuffle? Like, it's crazy. It's like, let's shuffle this in the one way where you can't get an art chain on Vertra. Maybe, I know what I'll do. I'll change Hohenheim's CE so he can NP. That way I need one less art card. That's way better. Like that one art card makes a huge difference, because then whatever turn Vertra happens to get her art card, you only need one other art card, right? I guess the Nightmare now is getting both of her art cards at the same time. That's actually bad. Because you want the other one for, I guess, when you NP. Unless we're going to loop without it, but... Oh, and then, see, now... We don't need it now. I might do it anyway for the attack down, although it's kind of wasted because these mobs are going to die anyway. I'll do the attack down. It's something. This is why Waver is good, by the way. Just use Waver instead of Mozart. Make this so much easier. So she could NP right now, but I'd have to use her battery. And she's so close. She does not have her other art card. Why is he doing so much damage right now? God damn. I think I wait. Although now I won't use my anti-divinity though. You get the permanent Kiara. Do you mean like the fight with her, like from CCC? You just get the when they make it in main interlude. When you fight her in the main interlude, it never goes away. Like you don't have to cancel the app or anything. It'll be there forever. But you can't do it on the rerun. It's not. Why am I at 98%? Oh my god, why though? Oh my, I can't believe I'm using this right now. It's so dumb. Game, you piece of shit. I should have brought someone with a battery, dude. Like even Chin Gong, for God's sakes. I guess we cast this too. How much damage is she gonna do? Wait, is she female? That's like the only way I can explain why we did so little damage. I didn't think she counted. Yeah, no, it's doing the anti-female shield. We're gonna need to bring another DPS than to... Well, I mean, she can probably get through it eventually, but we're probably gonna want to bring one. I mean, the thing is, it even says that she technically doesn't have a gender, like her soul anyway, because, like, obviously her body's female, but they have loads of people that have a female body and they don't count as female. Because the soul is just a demon dragon thing. Like, they flat out say that. That's so weird. Don't worry, Caster Girl got this. Caster Girl's got our damage. See, now I want Poster Girl back, because now we're not dealing with the AoE, it's single target again. So Poster Girl would have been nice. Yeah, there we go. That'll do it. What the hell is her overcharge? The art resist is bigger. What's Gills? Defense down. I guess we'll do it like this. Demon Dragon Soul my ass. I mean, getting through the health bar, it's just a lot slower than one might like. Nice crit, champ. Damn it. I was hoping for Mozart. She could have face tanked that because it'd be half damage and she had the defense up and whatnot, so. She's also not male. Apparently, you know, is just straight female, so. This is not working out how I wanted it at all. I wanted to have already been, you know, fairly far into the round here. Yeah, this is not working at all. And she's not even looping, so she needs better art support. She needs double Hohenheim or Castoria. Okay, I don't want... The Fionn is the thing that makes the most sense, because he helps her loop and he'll deal with the health bar. But at that point, you should just do a Fionn setup, because Fionn is so good for... spoilers, I've actually beat this with Fionn before, but... how do we want to do this? Okay, let's change our criteria. Unless we use Castoria and stuff, we're not gonna be loop spamming. We're just not. That's not gonna happen. So I just want to use her if she can. Is she good enough to work on a budget team where everything else is budget? So we're not gonna use like MLBK scope and that kind of thing. Because I actually kind of wonder if she's not that good for this then. Where, you know, Romulus and everyone else, like, you know, 3-star Romulus even was good enough. I'm not actually sure she is good enough, to be honest. I think she's totally good enough if you're busting out Castoria and stuff. But I mean, what's not? If you have an art AoE unit, they're pretty much all going to be good enough with Castoria. Let's see. I mean, Hector makes a lot of sense at the start for trying to be budget. Because he can help deal with the health bar and gives you the damage cut and all that. It's so similar to what we've already done, though. Like, I wanted to do something different, where this won't be that different at all, really. But the art thing just does... If you do budget art stuff, it just doesn't work here. Like, one Hohenheim is not enough. Like, no way. Like, it's probably better to use her in a more generic... You don't even go for loops, you just go for, like, generic stuff. I don't think she's good for this, then. If you're not going for art loops, I don't think she's that great. That's kind of disappointing. But yeah, I really don't think she's that good. And if I'm just, like, having... Like, I think she can be good enough, but you're just going to use her as, like, a generic beat stick, and you wouldn't even care if she was art, buster, or quick. You wouldn't even care. I think we're just going to use, like, pretty much the same setup we've used this entire time, and it might still work, but you're not going to be seeing anything unique about her. She's just meeting the stat check that you need. But I don't see a budget art team working here, and I don't give a fuck about doing... I don't want to do Castoria stuff that's boring. It's like, wow, you can loop with Castoria. Well, who knew? Like, that's the same shit every time. So, but this is kind of the same shit every time because the vanilla backbone, like, budget supports are good enough, right? So nothing's really changing. Because, like, even though she's art, I don't think bringing the art-specific supports make any sense. She's not, like, for Fionn it does, right? Like, because Fionn loops easier than her. He really does. Fionn loops very easily with the way his skill set is now. But she really doesn't. I think she would work if you had Waver. If you did Waver, and then you could just get the battery, and you could just turn one NP, and then use her own battery for the next one, that would be fine, but that's not making super budget at that point. I might use MASH. I kind of forgot MASH existed, to be honest. Too much Lost Belt. Because Chin Gong just won't work for her, really. Is there something more interesting I could do than Hector? You could use a single target person. I mean, fuck, you could put Ku on the front row and that'd be fine, but that's a bit of a killjoy there. What to give MASH? Doesn't really matter. Could do David for the first NP coming out of the pig. Could you time that correctly? Maybe. I don't think it'd be that hard. She doesn't need it though, I don't think. So you can have MASH taunt. So for the second NP needs to be a pig NP. I don't know, we could do David. You just save your Mystic Code though. Man, I'm disappointed right now. Can't really do art stuff. Like, it's just not worth it. You could have someone that dies replaced by Hohenheim, but that's not worth it. It just isn't. You're not gonna get enough out of it. Like, oh man, I wonder how Antonio does here. I wonder if you can make that work. Probably, actually. He loops with double Hohenheim pretty easily. I mean, she could loop with double Hohenheim, but we can't double Hohenheim if because she's a 5-star and blah, 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 blah. I could use mine, but then we're not really being all that budget about it. Trying to think if David makes any sense or not. Either David or you move up Hans. I'll try David. I want to try something a bit different anyway, because we do the same setup for like the millionth time. It's kind of irrelevant. Because this feels a lot like this feels a lot like the nuke head setup, right? And I don't really want to just do that again. I'm literally bringing the MLB one because the MLB doesn't matter, and I'm too lazy to find the one that's not MLB. Do we use Atlas? It's a lot less good in this kind of situation compared to what I was trying to do before. And again, there's just no... If there were debuffs... I mean, your skills are... they're not that short. It's 5, 6, 7. I want to use Mozart, though. Like, she's got the whole, you know, art card, star absorb, and all that. She's got all that stuff going on. It's just, I can't capitalize on it with the budget team. Good when Hans shows up. Try to make sure she's got her first skill when Hans shows up. Or the turn after, because of his third skill. Alright, I'll try Atlas. It's more fun that way. It's not that good, though. I mean, having a cooldown be 7 turns makes it a bit meh. I mean, VR Mash is actually better than regular Mash for some things. Not, you know, overall, regular Mash is more useful more often than VR Mash is, but there absolutely are boss fights where VR Mash is better. Double Taunt is extremely good. Double Taunt with like a side of some survivability for the team is not bad. But for like kind of standard set it and forget it kind of teams, regular Mash is definitely better. But yeah, people act like VR Mash is just bad. She's not. There's been many boss fights where she's extremely helpful. Like the Gajuna fight, VR Mash is way better than regular Mash. And I've seen challenge quests like that too, where you'd rather have a VR Mash. And like, fuck that, what was it? I think it's Ezo. The Ezo fight in Guildfest. I think VR Mash is way better for that. Alright, let's see here. I really hate that I got both my art cards. I'm glad we got an art chain, but I didn't want both art cards already, but just deal with it. Getting Hector's art card here would have been nice. I mean, the way you play VR Mash, it's not as big of it. Like the attack up wouldn't matter as much. It'd be better than not, though. You'd obviously happy to buff your teammates with an attack up if you can. But the main thing that's different about them is the whole taunt thing and whatnot. And then also VR Mash being able to do some normal card damage. Not a lot, but some. And sometimes that's really good. Well, it's nice that we killed this one. Well, I think we're gonna kill this one. Uh-oh. No, no, no! What do I even do on this turn now? I think I have to NP now, which is dumb, but I can art chain for Hector, which is kind of swell. Why did I even bother then? God! Also, look at my art card star absorb when I don't have an art card. I'm just doing this for the damage cut. It lasts 3 turns now, so Hector will hopefully get his NP in time. Well, at least the art resist down means more MP gain for Hector. That's something. Will you stop murdering Hector? God! What do we want to do here? I wonder if this fight will go on long enough for that invulnerability to come back and you save the other invulnerability for the battery for Vertra. That's getting really weird. But I mean, sometimes that kind of thing is right, but that's getting really weird. But the battery on MASH is so you know what? I'm doing it. Okay, I get the attack up for Hector, which is nice. I swear Hector is gonna do more work at the start than Vertra, but... Really, babysitting Hector to go the distance was not hard at all. It worked very smoothly, and it was no problem. And it had a lot of safety nets for bad RNG, which made me super like it. I love teams that can do that, especially budget ones. Hard for budget teams, though, to have safety nets for crazy bad RNG. But the extra damage cut from his thing, his first skill was really nice, and then the stun and P drains. Really nice safety net if things didn't go well. Oh my god. One day we'll kill our enemies. That day is not today. I wish I had brought default. There's no need to lower the cooldowns right now, and yeah, I wish I could just heal Hector right now, because I think we're going to need a second NP out of him. We're really not going to get a lot out of Atlas. I'm not even casting Vertra's skills, right? So whoop-de-doo if their cooldown is 2 turns lower when I'm just whipping them for 5 turns, right? Like, the math here doesn't really add up. I might end up using them on MASH. Like, I'm so serious. Might end up using them on MASH. See, just throw the box at Orion and Artemis, see, and then you just mess them up with the box. See, that's you know, her Valentine's Day gift. Even though she says physical force can't open it, I feel like Super Orion might be able to test that. Tell Pinth the box is Achilles. If the chocolate wouldn't survive. The chocolate absolutely would not survive at that point. I'm about to invulnerability Hector, I swear. I guess we do that. God, Vertra is not doing jack shit right now. She's just generic AoE that like any other Lancer could be doing, really. And in a lot of situations better, right? Like Romulus especially. I will say Romulus is a hell of a carry here because he just ignores almost every gimmick and he has a lot of personal survivability and stuff. So if your team just sucks balls, Romulus is a really good carry for this. I mean, she's not doing terrible, and we'll see how she does once we get through the first health bar, but I'm not impressed right now. She's doing much worse than Romulus, and Romulus also was level 90 in P2, so... And she is light years behind him right now. She can do 26k, right? I should have used her third skill forever ago. Yeah, we obviously didn't use Canis like we used Romulus, but you could, and she works pretty well like that as well. Like, works well as well. That's great sentence structure right there. I'm ready to be a writer, boys. Fuck it. Just fuck it. Doing it now. Holy shit, we're this far in, and Hector bought us an extra turn, and we still don't have... Okay, you know what? Wait, why did I do Virtuous thing then? I'm gonna have Hector and P here, I think, but then Virtua doesn't do a lot. Fuck. What am I doing right now? What the fuck is the plan? There's no plan. That's the plan. Hector doesn't have a bunch of buffs here though. Well, I'm wanting the NP to be the boar NP. That's what I'm looking for here. You got your anti-divinity. It's anti-divinity versus the female damage resist. I saw that guard. Okay, at least got it. And you might say that makes the invulnerability bad. It really doesn't make it that bad because one, I don't. Now that we're finally through that hell, we don't really need Hector anymore. And it still blocks the NP damage, so. I tell you, if the boss already had one tick of NP though, I might use Anniversary or Atlas on Hector to get the stun and all that. It is possible to save Hector this turn, I just don't think it's worth. Mash getting pretty decent value here though. Okay, Hector's gonna live because he still had the damage cut, so that's fine though. I'll take the drain here. Or the drain could miss? God damn it, the stun's not even that helpful. Fuck. 80% by the way, it's a hell of a drug. Can we get a debuff success chance command code that lasts 2 turns or something? How about 3 turns? How about that? There we go. Because you get the card every 3 turns. Like guaranteed. Actually, no, you don't. You could get it turn 1, right? And then when the deck shuffles, it goes into the final hand. So yeah, then you'd have quite the gap. That'd be very unlucky, but you know, shit happens. Okay, Vertra, we need you to actually do things here. Okay, she's got spirit. Yeah, legit, honestly, I think if Hans used his NP and he actually finished it, he could definitely do something that would allow you to open the box. Like, I don't see anything in the rules of what was said or in Fate that would not be the case. Because he can literally make you your ideal, like, you know, a personified ideal self, you know, so you could be ungodly smart and everything else, so you definitely would be able to do it. And he can, like, warp reality to such an extreme there. The hard part is getting the dumbass to actually write the book. Okay. So I don't give myself enough battery here, so using my second skill is not worth it right now. So she's doing way better now. Once you get through the first health bar, she has just enough like beat stick value that it's fine. But we're literally not using her as an art loopy unit. We're using her as someone that, you know, gets through NP kind of fast from just like old-fashioned battery tactics. You know, like how you would with Mordred or something, right? And yeah, just a beat stick, right? So we're not really doing art things, we're just doing self-reliant. But this does show, you know, you abandon the typical art setup. You can still use her as a self-reliant, hey look, I give myself a lot of battery and whatnot. Like really, I was kind of just trying to play her as an art unit when I shouldn't have been, so. Still fine. And she doesn't care about the gimmicks at the end. She's not divine and she isn't male. The evade is for male. This is a fun challenge quest to mess around with, though, I will say. I think the boar should probably hit a little harder. That's the one thing that's kind of dumb about it, is even when he has all those buffs, he doesn't really hit that hard. He does it on neutral and on counter class, right? But on Lancers, and Lancers is what matters, that's probably what you're going to use. And on Lancers, he just doesn't hit that hard. You know what? We're not gonna wait. I thought it was 20%. Excuse me, it's 30%. I guess that is fine. Well, I think that's that then. Mash you, smash you. I mean, she worked. I mean, the totally budget setup. It wasn't like this was a whale team in the slightest. This was actually very budget in terms of the units we brought and the CDs we brought. And you don't need to have your own Virtua, you can summon a friend's Virtua, and this has loads of wiggle room. I will say this, that has an ungodly amount of wiggle room left. We still have a unit back there. David can evade for the next NP. Virtua's at full health. She won't get her buff removed by the NP, neither will Nash. I'll actually really will give this team some credit here. That has, I think, the most value left out of any team we've used today. Like, that's not even close to being dead. Like, we could keep going for ages, like nowhere near dying, because, you know, again, Mash and Virtua don't get their buffs removed. Mash is going to slow down the AoE damage a lot. We still had Hans, and we still had, I forgot we had a VC Brawn. So honestly, as kind of down as I was on Virtua there, she didn't go the fastest, she didn't do it the fanciest, but we absolutely have the most value left over. Like, that's nothing. I will say this though, Romulus is the best carry because Romulus doesn't require you to have your own like male DPS. Virtua needs some kind of male to deal with the first health bar. I mean, she theoretically could deal with the first health bar, it would just take a long time. And I guess that's fine if you had your own Virtua and you summoned a friend's caster Artoria, then you'd probably be okay. But Romulus is the best thing you could like summon and just you're good, right? You don't need really anything special to win. And I guess Canis too. Canis can literally solo this pretty easily too, so Canis is quite the carry, but hardly anyone slots Canis, so good luck summoning a friend's Canis to solo it. But yeah, both Canis and Romulus are incredibly good carry. If your account is garbage, they will carry the hell out of you. Like, our newbie account can summon Romulus and it's gonna win this no problem, which I guess we'll do that next stream, because apparently I've been streaming for 1,000,000 hours. Yeah, I guess we'll wrap up there. We did the challenge quest 1,000,000 times. Yeah, I guess next stream we'll do the challenge quest on my newbie ult and whatnot. But yeah, we've pretty much done everything we need to do, which is good. They have even more grails now. Our newbie account is swimming in them. I don't know if I have time. I don't know if I'll do a bonus stream today or not. I haven't eaten anything and stuff, so I might just chill for today. I do need to play Genshin though. I want to play the tower defense mode quite a bit. I'm really behind on that, but we still have some time left. But I definitely need to sneak that in at some point, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for hanging out, everybody. We'll see what happens. I might come back in like 30 minutes to an hour or something, and I might come back and stream some Genshin Impact and do the tower defense out of nowhere. But we'll see. We'll see like how I feel and if my friends are wanting to do things and I gotta eat and everything. So we'll just see. But I might do that. But thank you for hanging out. That was a good time. I guess we'll get... I don't know. We might not get news for FGO in a little bit because the event still has a bit of time left on it. But I am curious. if we're gonna get like a collab rerun, and then if we're gonna get like, I'm actually really thinking we may see the Tsukihime collab already, like once the main collab comes out. Like it's not like a month or something, a month and a half or whatnot, but because they have voice lines hinting at that, so we'll see. Feels bad, Rex. Feels bad. All right, lads. I will see you later. Peace.